Today's show is sponsored by Dropout, a new ad-free subscription service bringing you uncensored hilarity from the brains at College Humor. Dropout is the place to be for all new parodies, exclusive comics, and original content like the brand new series Total Forgiveness. Grant O'Brien and Allie Beardsley are two real-life friends who go head-to-head in this agonizing competition show to prove they'll do anything to pay off their student loans. The rewards get bigger as the challenges get more extreme. With $70,000 on the table, it's real friends with real student loan problems doing real dares. It's like a prank war, but with prizes. And it's available exclusively on Dropout. Sign up now for your free trial and start watching Total Forgiveness on Dropout today, or watch on the app, available in the App Store and on Google Play. You'll also get access to a members-only Discord channel that connects you with a community of creators, cast, and other Dropout fans. And for a limited time, use code PEASANTS, PEASANTS, to get 10% off when you sign up at dropout.tv. That's dropout.tv, code PEASANTS, DROPOUT.TV, code PEASANTS.
Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox@gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you now. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 536. And joining us tonight, we have Steve and Kyle from the Non Sequitur Show. Welcome back, guys.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having us back.
Always, man. It's great to have you guys back. So, before we get into the show, few quick announcements. Young Bill Fridge is going to be on the Underhaven channel tomorrow, right?
I think it's Saturday.
Or Saturday. This coming Saturday.
Yeah.
So everyone go check that out. Go subscribe to them and on YouTube and follow them on Twitch. The guys that run that show help us out with this show a lot. So we'd like for you guys to support them too. Also tomorrow is our Patreon private show. We're doing 2 Patreon private shows this month. This next one will not be the Chris Chan one we were talking about. It'll be the next one, but you don't want to miss tomorrow's because we're going to have Monty and Hannibal on with us. A lot of people like them. So you want to check that out, and I've got some interesting things planned for that show. So it's going to be a special one. You don't want to miss that. What else? The only other thing I can think to talk about right now, here's the streamception right here. Follow the link in the description, the Brave browser link down below, and download the Brave browser. Use it to watch everything related to DP. Anytime you're watching one of our videos, it should be through the Brave browser. And make sure to check this triangle up near the address bar to see if you have any tokens in your wallet. They'll give you an allowance of tokens once a month, and you can give us those tokens, and they turn into real money for us. So you can give us money without spending any money. It's the best way to support the show right now.
All you have to do is download the Brave browser and do what you already do.
The Brave browser is blowing the fuck up. Honestly, it really is. Like, man, I can't believe how many people have downloaded it, and a lot of people say it's faster than Chrome and all that. So it's good for you. It's good for us. Do it.
I've heard a couple people told me they got laid because of the Brave browser.
Wow. Holy man.
I'm downloading it right now.
Steve, you need that.
Right back.
You need that, Steve.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So I thought we would just open up with this and get it out of the way. So here, I guess G-Man made a video recently.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a challenge video. Let's see what he says in it.
Sweet.
Yeah, he doesn't know that he's streaming yet.
Okay, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir
Ministries.
My previous video, I was talking about, why debating isn't sin, and I talked about some other things. And this time, I thought I'd do something here. And before I actually
so G-Man got kicked out of Shani's house, so now he's living in a tent city.
Is this actually a tent?
I don't know.
I figured he put up a little white backdrop because he's hiding the fact that he's living in the shop.
There's no such thing as homeless Christians except for G-Man.
Oh, shit.
He must not be a true Scotsman.
Owned.
No.
shoot out this challenge that I'm going to make to these three individuals, I want to talk about a couple of things here. A lot of different ways you can go about proving someone wrong. A lot of different ways.
All right, I'm going to speed him up. All right.
You can be direct, you can be indirect, you can use allegories, you can use metaphors, you can use symbols or whatever. It's a lot of different.
Okay, what the fuck are you talking about?
A lot of different ways you can go about disproving things that people actually say. So
disprove by metaphor. Okay, that's a good one.
Oh man,
you can ignore people and show them that they're not that important or whatever. You can do a lot of different things, but I think people know by now how I feel about certain people in here, and I got the video documentation to prove it.
Just cut to the chase.
Yeah, well spoken. I'm going to answer that question in a moment. You're saying why challenge nobody? Well, I'm going to explain why I'm going to do that in a minute. Once. And
by the way, the title is "I Challenge Kyle Dragnocht and JD Keane to a special debate."
A special debate?
Yeah.
Is it going to be in a steel cage?
Wait till you hear how special
these things are popping up here. And wait until you hear the topics that I want to debate them on, because none of them are going to accept. Maybe JD Keane, but the rest of them are not going to accept.
Now, something interesting happens right here.
Hey, Brett, you might want to stick around for this, Brett. I think you might find this very interesting, Brett. Don't go nowhere, Brett. Brett, trust me on this one. Don't go nowhere, Brett. Brett Keane saying, good job, G-Man, helping the haters get views and subs. And,
okay,
and
G-Man, I'll stay right here.
Dude, I have a video from Brett later that I'm going to play, and he basically said he's bashing G-Man in it.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting. Brett has gone back and forth taking sides between Shani and G-Man. It's fucking hilarious.
This is why this video though is why he that video about G-Man exists though, because he got pissed off about what happens right here.
Okay.
Brett, just chill out a minute, Brett. Hold on a minute. Don't, if you want to talk to me later, I'll come to your Discord and I'll explain to you everything and whatnot, okay? But I have a debate challenge that I would like to make to Kyle, JD Keane, and Dragnocht. I'm going to start off with Kyle first from the Non Sequitur show. Brett Keane, please don't go nowhere because you're going to be very important in this, okay? I am officially going to be challenging Kyle. We're going to start with him first. Kyle is a member of the LGBT community. He is one of the hosts of the Non Sequitur show, and they love to talk down about Christianity, the resurrection, whether or not Jesus existed. They treat Christians like dirt when we go on their YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And things along those lines and whatnot. Like I said, it's all good.
I don't really think it's necessarily disparaging just to state that we can't prove that the human Jesus ever existed. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but he's making a comment saying that we disparage Christians on our show, which has never happened. We have mods that are Christian. We have some great Christians that come on. We have great conversations with. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
We do just
we don't have to agree with them. To have them
we
on,
do disparage some of them, like Kid Hovind and that
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
For years, I watched him. Brett, you need to stick around for this, Brett. Listen to the entire.
Yeah, you already said that. Hurry up and say it.
Show before you get mad at me and go on your show and rant. All right. Watch the entire thing, man, please. All right. Okay. So I see a lot of people in here, down talking Brett Keane, saying that Brett Keane doesn't deserve a chance. Brett Keane should be ignored. Brett Keane should be this, that, and the other. I admire the work that Brett Keane does on his YouTube channel when he goes about exposing atheists here online. I think he does a heck of a job, and I wish people would financially support him, and I wish people would spend more time viewing his content. And I believe that Brett Keane deserves another chance. I believe that we are paying too much attention to people's YouTube channels who are basically producing nothing. At least
you're polishing Brett's knob right now, G-Man.
Whoa!
Watch Brett?
The power of prayer.
Brett's going to make a clean and Brett.
G-Man just joined the LGBT community.
Now that would be a video.
Shitter. Before I leave
Stuck
for
in the
work,
choir.
have some monies, you cunts.
Thank you, Antonovich. That's our associate producer of the month, Antonovich.
My favorite Christian.
Antonovich?
Yeah.
He's not a Christian.
Oh, well then he's my favorite atheist.
Okay.
Going to back it up.
Well, I have to be one or the other.
You may not like the evidence, but he backs it up. You got to give the man his credit. His due. The man works hard at what he does when he goes about exposing a lot of these harmful things that the atheists do here online.
Just say he's your favorite Russian, because how many other Russians do you know?
I know a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I got a Russian girlfriend that I talk to.
Whatever.
What?
You're
I
so
love
full
her.
of shit.
So Kyle,
I love her.
I'm talking directly to you right now. I'm officially challenging you and only you, not Steve McRae, not the rest of your show, you to a debate in a respectful way on Brett Keane's YouTube channel. Okay. And the debate is going to be, is transgender good for society? Of course, I'm going to be arguing that they're not. But you are going to be arguing.
See, here's the thing. That's such a dumb thing to debate, but whatever.
You think?
Is it good for society? That's a subjective thing. I mean,
It is good.
But whatever. G-Man, you've come on my streams multiple times. I've been nice to you. You've had debates with Thunderfoot and other people on this show. You had rap battles with white nationalists before. I mean, he had a rap battle against JF years ago.
Before JF was a known white nationalist.
Right.
It's like saying we had a rap battle with a
that weird, though?
child predator.
Isn't that weird, though?
Yeah.
We had a rap battle between a black a Christian and a white nationalist scientist.
A white nationalist scientist and a black Christian who thinks slavery was okay.
Yeah,
shit's wild, man.
Yeah, that's
the kicker.
That's such a weird way to describe it, but it's true.
I heard your call in from JF the other night when he called in the show.
Yeah, he just randomly calls in him and Mama JF.
He still has the Pokemon Go hotline number from back in the day. Like that, we thought that got lost, but old people know
that they are good for society. If you accept this challenge, it will be on Brett Keane's YouTube channel, and you're going to need to contact me via watchforthestorm@gmail.com to hear the rules for the debate. Because I want to be as respectful as possible. I don't want any racial slurs being used. I don't want any sexual slurs being used. I don't want nobody to get offended. Just want to have two adults having an adult conversation.
Sexual slurs being used. What? Okay, here's what he said right there. That number one, I've never said a racial slur. For him to say, I don't want any racial slurs used. I don't want any sexual slurs used. That means that he.
Oh no, Kyle, you went.
Mike, we have a thing for this.
Kyle, you went quiet.
Like this, Mike. This is code that we use on the show because I guess he has a USB port that doesn't.
The USB funked out.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it back?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Right now you are.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't. I still can't figure out what I've updated my drivers and everything on that. Anyway, he said that I don't want any racial slurs used. I don't want any sexual slurs used. So that means I guess he's expecting that he and I are going to be launching the N-word and faggot back and forth.
Yeah, doesn't that kind of go without saying? I mean,
yeah, it's like I want to debate you, and by the way, it's going to be on like DNA or something. But by the way, I don't want you talking about Jews. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's so obscure that he brings these things up. Like this is going to be brought up in a debate with Kyle. Like he's going to be racial or slurs against the LGBTQ.
I would like for you to come on Brett Keane's YouTube channel where Brett Keane will be the moderator.
G-Man, you're more likely to get more views on your channel doing this than on Brett Keane's. It's like putting it on Brett Keane's channel with his like less than 100 subscribers isn't gonna get any, like, no one's gonna fucking watch that shit.
Well,
you gotta have it somewhere else.
Unfortunately, Brett declined G-Man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The extension. And, but I told you guys earlier that if G-Man, I don't know if he's watching, but if he is, come on here, and I'll be happy to let you know why transgenders are good for society. It'll be a very quick debate, anytime.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I think they're good for society. 'Cause sometimes you want a woman, but you also want a dick.
So best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Every so often you just need a trap, I guess. Yeah.
This video's so long.
On your YouTube channel.
What more does he? I bet this video is just him saying the exact same shit we just heard him say over and over and over again for 20 minutes. Okay, then there's no need to watch the rest of it. G-Man, if you want to debate Kyle, we'll do it here. Come on the show. We'll make it happen. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit there and run the show. I'm going to like host it. And then when I think it, when shit gets stale, I'll be like, time to move on, but I'm not going to argue.
Depending on how good Kyle is at defending transgender people in society, I might have to take a little moment out with a box of tissues and salute. Might have to salute the club. Go get myself a thick dick picnic.
So we're going to move on.
Moving on.
It's funny, our chat's getting rated by trolls right now. It's hilarious.
Good for them. Good job, trolls.
Yeah.
You win again. Oh, drats.
Yeah.
Ours did too. The other night we actually had JF on to debate someone. And it wasn't about it wasn't about an ethnicity. It was about biology. So there was like 100 people that kind of dove in and started. What was the word, Steve? Potato they were using? Yeah.
Oh, no. That's what they call his mentally deficient ex-girlfriend.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually agreed with JF. And so I didn't want people to go around going, hey, look, Steve's on JF's side. Gee, Steve agrees with JF and not be in context of what the hell they were talking about biologically speaking.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he's educated, right? So he knows.
Yeah. He definitely knows his biology.
He's worked in the field before. He's written books and stuff. He's an intelligent guy. He just has some pretty extreme ideas about certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you agreed with JF on which topic? You like your chicken slow roasted?
No, they're talking about genes versus memes. Dawkins' theory about memetics being promulgated through society the same way like through evolutionary processes, only via cultural.
Do you like to have babies with the low IQ?
It is love, you idiot. Love, you idiot.
I love that. Actually, before we have okay. So we talked to Matt Dillahunty, and nothing is certain yet, but he did say maybe he might come on our show to debate Doug TenNapel in April. But actually, I'm going to give Doug a warm-up with someone else pretty soon here. And this isn't for sure either yet, but it's more certain than Matt. I'm gonna let Doug get his training wheels with Destiny first.
Ooh.
Destiny. I talked to Destiny last night, and he's already agreed to it. We just need to finalize a date and time.
Does Destiny love
black people?
Black people?
They had Jussie Lee Peterson on their show recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. I gotta admit, it didn't go the way I expected, but it was enjoyable. I actually was entertained by the guy.
It was amazing.
I didn't realize that Jussie Lee Peterson and Jordan Peterson were brothers.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
You don't see the resemblance?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look kind of
They're basically twins.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Beta.
Lesbians.
That's my favorite.
He was one of my favorite guests that we've had, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, he was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
But he's such a dumbass.
Do you think there's any way I could?
He told us it's an act, though. He actually thinks it's an act, and I actually think that's his way. That's him. I don't think he's really playing.
You know what? When he's talking to people, it looks like he's reading what he's saying. Like I almost feel like there's someone in another room typing, telling him what to say on his computer screen, because it really looks like it. I don't know though.
He told us that he said racism doesn't exist, that there is no such thing as cops beating up beating up black people. And I made the comment. I said, "What about Rodney King?" He said, Did you see how big Rodney King was?"
Oh, there's a video of it. There's a video of cops beating the shit out of him.
He's saying that he's so big, though, that in order to subdue him, they needed to kick his ass. And then what did he say about Eric Garner, the guy that got choked out?
That if he wasn't so heavy set, he would have got choked out.
He called him
he got him a fat pig or something.
They collapsed his windpipe by choking him. That's why he died.
And he also said that women shouldn't be empowered and be in positions of leadership.
He's so retarded.
So I guess I agree with him on some things.
If he didn't struggle, if that fat pig didn't struggle, he wouldn't have died.
Kyle and I just stopped. We were just like, "Oh damn, we're done."
Yeah. See, if he wouldn't have struggled, maybe he wouldn't have died, right? But maybe when you're being choked to death, you struggle as a reaction.
Right. You panic.
You fucking panic because you can't breathe.
Right.
Oh, but
he wasn't getting that. See,
because Jesse Lee Peterson, I don't know if you guys know this, but he's actually a black man living in America. So
amazing.
I think he would know better than us about racism.
He said he was born on a plantation too.
Yeah. Yeah. He told all kinds of, like, he told us this story about how his great grandfather, the white people, the white folk there is what he calls them. They wanted him to fire somebody that worked for him because his great grandfather, like, I guess, was in charge or whatever, and his great grandfather refused to fire the person. So they came in and took his grandfather, killed his grandfather.
Well, and that's true. It's
I'm like,
up.
how can you say that there's no that's racism right there? That's exactly what, no, that's just they didn't like him.
He should have followed the rules.
Hey, does it look like G-Man has a micro expression of just sadness on his eyes?
He does look sad.
I think he is probably going through it right now.
He is, definitely. Yeah. He's like homeless, basically. Well, I don't know. He said he moved to a new place, but who knows what, if you can believe,
who knows what's on the other side of that sheet? He could be parked out on the side of a Klan meeting.
Spirit Flame, big fan and supporter of the show. Yeah. She was watching my Patreon private show from my, my channel that I do.
The tap.
Yeah, the Altered Perspective. And last night I watched a Brett Keane video, and I don't know if she actually made the GIFs, but she just sent them to me. Thank you, Spirit Flame. So I watched a video last night with Brett Keane, and we're going to watch it tonight, actually, because it's that good. But in the video I watched, Brett does this. Oh, no, it doesn't play the GIF. Fuck, I need to just open it and put it on the screen.
Oh.
Hold on.
By the way, the beginning to that video of his is fantastic.
So in the GIF, Brett does this with his tongue, like back and forth in it. And,
God!
And this is my reaction to it.
That's appropriate. That's appropriate.
That is the correct reaction to have to that. Yes,
I love that.
Was that Brett Keane?
Oh,
that's not Brett Keane. That guy doesn't have a beard.
Yeah,
he looks more like Brent Spiner to me.
How could he possibly get rid of a beard? How does that work?
I think that's Brent Spiner, dude. That's the non-Jesuit Brent Spiner. He's being held.
Epic.
He's being held in the bunker.
Video.
Oh man, it's epic. Oh gosh.
So I think we're gonna get into the news segment. There's a lot of weird shit going on to talk about.
Let's get right into the news. Super speed.
Oh, shit.
You can dog it super speed.
I forgot that it was sped up. That was crazy.
That's what happens when you listen to G-Man.
I had to speed him up.
Yeah, but you forget that it's sped up because he's like. There's something that I want you guys to know about these villains of DP. They talk so slow.
Here's the first thing we're going to talk about.
They talk so slow.
I'm excited as hell about this. When I found out, I was like, holy shit. Chris Hemsworth to play Hulk Hogan in biopic directed by Todd Phillips, and it's going to be a Netflix exclusive. Man, Netflix, you always find a way to get me to come back. You always do. I'm just really interested to see what this is going to be like. And I'll tell you what, in Hollywood, they don't test for steroids, so I seriously hope that Chris Hemsworth juices up.
Have you seen
to look
Thor?
like Hulk Hogan?
Have you seen Thor?
Yeah.
He don't need to juice up. That boy's got the goose.
Are those fake? Or are those like digitally altered arms to look like that?
Who knows?
Because when I see him other places, he doesn't have those gigantic arms.
He should.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I think he's really that big.
I
Yeah,
bet
he's
you they.
pretty ripped.
I bet you they do have filters though to juice up muscles.
Now, Hogan in his prime was 6'7" and over 300 pounds.
How tall is our boy Hemsworth?
I don't think he's
The
that
Hemi?
big. A lot of actors are usually small.
You know he's gonna make a debut, like a appearance on Monday Night Raw or
Probably.
AEW, whichever one seems
Does
to have the bigger
McMahon have
TV
his
deal.
hand in this movie at all?
No, Eric Bischoff's a part producer
Okay.
on it. There's a
By the way, he's 6'3".
I wonder if they'll have any cooperation from WWE when they film it, like use their arenas and their rings and shit.
yeah. I think Hogan owns his likeness, right?
Yeah, he does. He used to have to pay royalties to Marvel Comics for years for using the name Hulk.
But wasn't that only when he started working for WCW so that
No.
he could use the name?
No, old WWF stuff from the 80s that has Hogan on it. If you look at it, there's always fine print that says, you know, the Hulk is a registered trademark of Marvel Comics on it. So
I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that Thor's about to play Hulk?
That then, how would he pay royalties if that's legally his name?
Well,
which is not his real name, obviously. It's something other
I don't know. I think they were doing it to avoid legal
might
snags
not
back
even-
in the
it
day.
might not
I don't
have-
know if they still have to do it or not.
WWE might not have been paying royalties. They might have just been pointing out.
But we were saying this earlier. Hulk Hogan was never as handsome as Chris Hemsworth.
No.
But look
So
at
it's
these
gonna
boys.
be so weird. Hogan was already like mostly bald on top of his head in like his late 20s.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
You slap him.
That's what I can't wait to see on Hemsworth.
Yeah, I don't see much of a resemblance though.
Are they going to give him the skullet?
If you
They're
slap
gonna
a
have
skull
to.
on
Yeah,
him
it
and a
would be
Fu
Hulk Hogan if they
Manchu, give him the handlebar mustache, he's going to look like Hogan.
You know they're going to have to do the scene from Rocky 3 because that's what really made him a mainstream
Thunder
celebrity.
Lips.
Yeah, yeah. So who's going to play
And
Stallone?
the battle with Andre the Giant. Who's going to play Andre the Giant?
They're going to have to CGI Andre the Giant. There is no. I mean, Big Show would have to play Andre.
He might. You know, he might play fucking Andre. They might put a fat suit on his ass.
He
give him a dumpy
look
tummy.
like Andre.
Well, they could do some. They could do a lot of shit. Like they could do all types of things.
Yeah.
If Chris Hemsworth's 6'3", you don't need a 7'4" monster. You know, you can have a guy with lifts. You can do a lot. They should get Peter Dinklage to play Andre the Giant. And just do the CGI.
That's so ridiculous.
I would love that.
They'll probably skip over
That's
Thunder in
epic.
Paradise. They're gonna have to do when he fucked Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, right?
Well, no, I heard they're not actually going to go later on.
Oh.
What they say right now is this is going to be like an origin story up to Hulkamania.
Oh, okay.
So we might get
there'll probably be a sequel.
the Hulk universe.
You know, Hulk Hogan recently tweeted a picture of him and Jamie Foxx hanging out, and there was someone left a comment that said, "Would you let this one marry your daughter?" Because that was one of his comments that got him fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what Hulk Hogan said, right? But that's in the privacy of, you know, his relationship, you know, his friend's
bedroom.
Yeah, like I don't agree with what he said. I think it's fucked up. But the fact that he said it there, you know, it was probably a moment of weakness with a lot of shit on his mind. I don't think Hulk Hogan is the most racist pro wrestler that we admire.
No.
I think there's a lot of people right now that didn't get the
People
heat that Hogan
totally
got
forget
that were
about
way worse.
People totally forget about shit Ric Flair said back in the day.
I didn't want to say a name, but
and other people too.
Hulk Hogan's catching all this flack, and it's like Ric Flair is in rap
You know-
videos with the Migos, and he was
hilarious.
saying some shit back in the day.
Dude, fucking Andre called Bad News Brown the N-word a few times, and Bad News Brown like tried to fight Andre.
Didn't he pull a gun and put it in his face and say, "If
No.
you fucking call me that again, I'm gonna pull the trigger"?
No, that's not what I. Well, that
Somebody did that to Andre. I swear.
I've never heard that. All I've heard is Bad News Brown like waited for him outside of the bus, and Andre never came out.
I heard somebody put a gun to Andre's face and he shut up.
Someone could have. I mean, wouldn't you?
Me?
What?
Well, okay, wrong
What
person.
I don't think Andre would be
what
calling me
happened
the N word.
with Hulk's hot daughter, because he had I think her name was Brooke.
Yeah, Brooke Hogan.
Yeah, is she still around?
She's not doing much.
Yeah,
right?
she was trying to get into music when she was younger.
Yeah,
they gave it a good push. She had a single with Paul Wall back when that mattered.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next thing here. Prosecutor charges Empire actor. How do you say it? Jussie Smollett?
Jussie Smollett.
What a dumb name.
It's Jussie,
with
like
falsely
Jesse.
reporting alleged attack. Man, this guy was desperate for attention.
Like when we first
and to stir up racial tensions. I think that's so fucking dumb.
When we
to
first
do.
announced what had happened on the show,
You did say-
it had just came about right after the MAGA hat kids in DC got misinformation by the media and pushed
Right.
out. And so I was like, whatever happened to Jussie is terrible. You know, we shouldn't condone this type of shit. I was being very respectful of it. But even in that moment, I was like, fuck, don't let this be another false accusation.
I mean, around that same time, they were looking for a white guy that murdered a little black girl, and shot her mom and put her mom in the hospital, and the mom swore it was a white guy, and then they ended up arresting black guys later on.
It's
and everyone's like, white people are just randomly killing black people now. It's like,
it's very bad for the left to have bullshit like this out there.
It's going to make people take actual allegations that really happened less seriously.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, here it is.
Prosecutors in Illinois have approved charges against Empire actor Jussie Smollett. Earlier Wednesday, police said Smollett was officially a suspect in the investigation of his own supposed attack. According to the Chicago Police Department, Smollett is facing a disorderly conduct charge for filing a false report. Police say he may have staged the incident himself. Our CBS Chicago station, WBBM,
Yeah, these are the Nigerian brothers he hired. I'm actually going to switch to a different story because I have a more current run.
Jussie Smollett, he went on the record to say that he was the gay Tupac.
Did he really say that?
After the attack?
He really said that?
Like, I'm the gay Tupac.
You're not joking?
No.
Oh, man.
And another person who compared themselves to Tupac that was also crazy was FouseyTube.
People are saying
was a Tupac of
disorderly.
YouTube.
People are saying disorderly conduct. It's felonious disorderly conduct. So he'll do time.
Bail.
Yeah, his bail was $100,000.
Yeah, and he's facing a maximum of $25,000 fine in 3 years. So I mean that's.
And he's saying he did this because he wanted to drum up like clout around his name so he could get a raise on Empire.
That's so fucked up to try and like put create racial tension in a city where there already is a ton of it.
Yeah.
You know,
we're creating this tension between the two people, but really when it comes down to it, the red state, blue state, MAGA hat, fucking Black Lives Matter, whatever shit you compare yourself with.
What fucking MAGA? Like, who the fuck is gonna walk around in Chicago wearing MAGA hats? Nobody.
I seen a dude wearing a MAGA hat at the mall the other day.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
My
in
question
Chicago.
was this though: if they said that these people were they had MAGA hats, they were Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Obviously
They were
racist,
Nigerians.
and they were shouting like homophobic slurs at him when this attack was happening.
Yeah.
Like, does somebody who's racist and hates gay people honestly watch Empire?
That's a good one too.
For real though.
Here's
and the worst part is that if he's found guilty, they're going to give him max. I mean, just like as an example, that he's screwed if he's guilty.
We're kind of shitting down Jussie's throat here, but like at least he hired black people to do the job, right? Like not giving the money back to the black community. He's keeping it in the black community.
So I'm going to play this next one because he turned himself in today. So here's
Empire
here's that.
actor Jussie Smollett is now in custody in Chicago. He is facing a felony charge for allegedly filing a false police report claiming that two men attacked him in a hate crime last month.
We learned this.
Yeah, if you file a false report for a crime and the crime you filed was a hate crime, and since it was false, does your filing of the false claim become a hate crime itself because you drummed the false crime up as a hate crime, so it was driven by hate? Is this now a hate crime? Is Jussie a hate crime? Is he a hate criminal? God damn it! This is confusing.
Just moments ago, police.
Yeah, you know what? I think so because he was trying to make us.
Wait.
What?
We'll be back. We're
Just
gonna pause for a second. Pause for a second. You're back. You're back.
There you go. You're back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's so because he's trying to say that this is a race motivated crime, right? So in other words, he's trying to shift the focus on white people to try to, paint them like they're going out and attacking just random black people for them being black or gay. And
Fuck.
Yeah, I think they definitely could put that under. Mike again.
Yeah.
Mike again. I think they definitely could put that under a hate crime. Why not? I mean, if he's going to be doing something against a specific race, and by the way, I use that term very colloquially because I just don't think there's a distinction between races. But if he's going to be going and saying that a particular race has done something, yeah, that's a hate crime. I mean, yeah, I have no issue with them prosecuting for that. But I don't think they're going to bother. The disorderly conduct charge is all they need. It is felony.
Felonious.
I think, like you said, it's up to 3 years. I think that he's looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
can you hear me now?
He's gonna lose his job on Empire. Right? He's done there.
Wouldn't he have to pay back the money that they used to investigate this too?
They're talking about having him pay back for the investigation funds. I think they said something like $100,000 went into this.
They should.
Which is quite a lot of money to go into the damn thing. But I guess it's what it costs to uncover a fake hate crime. You got to spend more money to find that there's nothing there.
Sources tell CNN that Smollett paid the two men to orchestrate the attack. Chicago's police chief will brief reporters later this morning.
How do you pay men to orchestrate a fake attack? Like, if it's fake, don't they just beat the shit out of you? Then you call the cops? Like, it's like orchestrate. What's orchestrating? They just beat the shit out of you.
One of the guys.
Do you think they're just going to take his word for it? Like, was they going to be investigated?
One of the guys was his personal trainer too.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, and he appeared in the I believe they said the second season in an episode. He was actually in an episode. One of the guys that he got to do this.
It's so weird that aren't they from Nigeria or something too?
I don't know. Were they from Nigeria? That's what I heard. But then I heard from somewhere else that they're American born. I don't know, like, if they're American born Nigerians or if I'm wrong on which information I'm getting. There's so much misinformation around this because from the jump it was misinformation.
It's
right?
so dumb.
Yeah, I agree. I think they are Nigerian. Though.
It's not just dumb. It is straight up like evil. This is to divide a country already divided further for personal gain is fucking reckless. Evil. You're an evil reckless. Son of a bitch.
Why did you need to? We have Trump. Trump writes this shit on his own. I mean, we really need to make anything up. We
have more than enough real shit we could be focusing on. But then we're getting this little 15-year-old kid that's getting a guy drumming in his face, and we're like, he spit on him and shit on the fucking floor. And there's all these black Hebrew Israelites calling the little kids the worst names you can fucking call a kid, and we're forgetting that so we can push the narrative that they're spitting in the face of Native Americans. And like that picture of him looking at the dude's face hella smug, that was a classic picture.
And he's still saying he didn't do it, right?
Who? The MAGA kid?
No, I'm sorry.
Smollett.
Yeah.
Smollett. Okay. So the police chief today said he said usually when they announce things they say allegedly. And they didn't say allegedly for Smollett, and he turned himself in today. So the fact they didn't use allegedly when they were announcing what was going down with him means he probably admitted to something. He probably took some sort of plea right off the bat. We'll find out.
He went so far, though, as to have them put a noose around his neck and dump bleach on him.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane.
Yeah, he needs some therapy.
But this is the worst part. He wore that noose until the police came. Like, that motherfucker didn't bother taking it off. Like,
hey, look, I got a noose here. Look what they did to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it on.
And then he went on Good Morning America. He went on Good Morning America and he says, I understand that a case like this is going to be very hard to bring the people to justice who did it. But you got to hope.
Obviously not that hard.
That we can find justice. We have to hope that we can find justice. He was obviously banking on getting away with it because...
Yeah, well, that comment didn't age well.
Nope.
Yeah. We found him.
And justice isn't even served, right? Because no matter what happens,
people in the chat are saying he pled not guilty.
Oh, he did.
I don't know how true
guilty?
that is.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything official on it, but I heard. I was listening to like the news on the radio earlier, and I heard that they were saying that he denies all the charges. Him and his lawyer. So.
Oh, that's going to be even worse for him. I mean, at this point, you might as well just go ahead and admit it.
Yeah, exactly. Just admit it, and hope to God that you don't get 3 years in prison. Because if he fights it and he loses, he's probably he's going to get max. There's no question.
Yeah. They'll probably be like, hey, if you just plead guilty, we'll give you 6 months to a year or something like that.
What if?
Yeah.
What if?
Dude had a great dude. How many people dream of being like a professional actor and being on like a TV show on like a network and stuff? Because wasn't it on like Fox or something? I don't know.
You can have success and you can have celebrity, and then you can still have other things that drive you, like your kinks. What if he's into really rough sex and the fucking noose was turning him on the whole time, and the guys came and slapped him around? He's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Someone says he pled no contest.
Yeah,
no contest.
Yeah,
Okay,
he said he played no contest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be.
That's not a guilty plea.
Fox too, take it for what it's worth, but
It's not a not guilty plea.
Yeah.
What happened to his thing on Fox? Did they let him go, or is he still?
If he pled no contest, that was probably part of a plea deal, I would say.
Well, Fox is reporting it as a misdemeanor complaint. That can't be if he's looking
That's
at 3
not
years.
true. Yeah, it's a felony.
Yeah, Fox News.
I mean, for the show, like for Empire, did they let him go, or do you think they'll let him come back?
Oh no, he's
God.
done.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. I think he ruined his career.
Well, I think
public image is so important when you're, at that level of celebrity.
I think they're cutting down the stuff they already have filmed for him that hasn't aired yet, and then they won't bring him back. I heard something about him getting like 50% of what was filmed already cut out, like the stuff they could work around with him and just film with other people or edit with other people. I don't know how true that is. I honestly, I'm hearing everything through everybody
Sounds
else's
plausible.
news pretty much.
Hollywood doesn't mess around with that stuff. I mean, look what happened with
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. That's exactly what I was thinking. Kevin Spacey. I mean that. And by the way, I was kind of getting into that series, and I was about third season, and I had to stop watching.
He for Christmas he did like a thing on his own on Twitter where he like brought the character back and was talking to the camera like it was
predatory way.
He had filmed most of a movie, and they spent the money to completely edit him out of the movie. I can't remember what movie it was.
It was the
and they replaced him with somebody else.
It had Mark Wahlberg in it. He was playing the old media
That's
mogul.
how serious they are about that. By the way, guys, if you're watching right now, please like the stream. Like the stream. Make sure you're still subscribed to DP. YouTube very commonly unsubscribes people from this channel. So make sure you're still subscribed. Like the stream. Let's try to get more people in here. And
share.
Share.
I shared a couple times.
Yes. And we're going to cover this next one here. Coast Guard officer charged with planning mass attack.
Yeah, this is pretty fucked up.
This is crazy.
We have more breaking news just coming into the Situation Room. Very disturbing information. Federal prosecutors have just charged a U.S. Coast Guard lieutenant.
Do I have to call it right now? Do I have to call it? This guy's targeting Democrats and journalists. Is this also fake? Is this also fake? Is this the next line in Switcheroos where we're like, this is terrible. He can't do this. And then they're like, oh, well, actually, he was really a Democrat himself. And he was
for allegedly planning a terrorist attack targeting Democratic politicians and journalists here in the United States. Our justice correspondent, Jessica Schneider, has got the details for us. These are awful, awful details. Tell our viewers what you have, Jessica.
Wolf, this was a 49-year-old Coast Guard lieutenant. His name is Christopher Paul Hassan. He was arrested last week, and the details about what he was plotting, a full-scale attack that prosecutors say was against media personalities, politicians, and civilians. All of the details now coming out.
And they're saying this guy is far right.
A detention memo that's been filed with the court in Maryland. Prosecutors say that this man, Christopher Paul Hassan, was stockpiling weapons. They say they found at least.
Damn. Yeah, that's a lot of weapons.
It's a lot of weapons, but I know a lot of fucking backyard bullies that have this type of shit in their house. Bunker buds.
Yeah, it's not that extreme, actually.
like my
I've
uncle's
known people
place.
that have owned that much arsenals.
Yeah.
Sure.
People, the sheriffs that have that kind of weaponry, yeah.
15 guns and 1,000 rounds of ammunition inside the basement apartment of his Silver Spring home. Silver Spring, Maryland, just a few miles outside of Washington, D.C. And prosecutors in their detention memo that was just filed, they put it very starkly, very stunningly. They put this at the top of their memo saying, the defendant intends to murder innocent civilians on a scale rarely seen in this country. And that's why they're asking for the judge at a detention hearing tomorrow to hold this suspect. What's quite stunning is that this suspect has been a member of the Coast Guard for many years, most recently assigned to the Coast Guard headquarters in Washington, D.C.
He's an insider.
Coast Guard has put out a statement about this, saying that they, in fact, worked with the
What kind of security clearance do you think this guy had?
FBI and the Department of
Not
Justice.
enough.
So it looks like
I wonder how they
Coast Guard-
found out about it. Like, what tipped him off?
He was probably bragging about it on one of those forums, web forums. He's probably on our poll.
Guard may have actually seen some red flags, raised them, and been part of this investigation. What's also most chilling is that prosecutors say that this man, the 49-year-old Coast Guard lieutenant, he was actually inspired by a manifesto written by a Norwegian far-right domestic terrorist himself, the name of Anders Breivik. And what's startling about this is that Breivik actually plotted out...
Oh, yeah, they're talking about that attack. Where was that? Was that Norway or Sweden? I don't know.
Norway, I think.
No, this is the Norwegian guy. Anders Breivik was Norwegian.
Yeah, I think
a terrorist attack in Norway in July 2011, and that attack led to the death of 77 Norwegian citizens. Prosecutors have found a lot in this basement apartment of this 49-year-old Coast Guard lieutenant, including draft emails, and I'll read part of that for you.
Oh my God! This is where he's going to be fucked.
Prosecutors say that this man, Christopher Paul Hassan, wrote it this way. He said, "I am dreaming of a way to kill almost every last person on the earth. I think a plague would be most successful, but how do I acquire the needed Spanish flu, botulism, anthrax? Not sure yet, but we'll find something. Interesting idea the other day."
Who is he emailing this to? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Good question.
JF's girlfriend.
Really?
Of course, yeah. He's just going back and forth with her because she's the only one in the mindset enough to entertain this shit.
With biological attacks followed by attack on food supply. So, Wolf, all of these details now coming out. This man, the 49-year-old, was arrested last week. The detention memo really spelling out in stark detail exactly what he plotted. But again, up until just very recently, up until his arrest last week, he was stationed at the Coast Guard headquarters right here in Washington, D.C., but prosecutors saying he was plotting this full-scale attack.
I've been going through the charges here in the U.S. District Court, and it's awful, especially when you go through the list of targets that he wanted to attack. Major politicians here in the United States and very prominent
Are they gonna name
journalists
them?
as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
You can see right there.
It's really hard to read.
Joey?
Joey.
No, they are
Chris
reporting he was a
Hayes?
white nationalist, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah. So
Angela Davis?
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. Podesta? Is that the Pizzagate
Anthony
dude?
Podesta. Yeah, Anthony Podesta.
Sheila Jackson, I think that says. This is terrible.
Yeah, it's weird.
Booker, is that Cory Booker? Cortez? That's Osceola
Is
Cortez.
Justin Bieber on that list?
Yeah, Don Lemon. Your
Oh,
boy
man,
Don,
Don
Lemon,
Lemon.
catching a
Don Lemon.
fucking.
Why would he want? What's wrong with Don Lemon?
Beto O'Rourke is on
He
there.
works for
Harris,
CNN.
Kamala Harris. Bernie Sanders must be on there. I don't see him though. Maybe this guy loves. Maybe he's a Bernie bro too. Oh no, I think I see something up there that says. No, I thought that said Senator Bernie Jew, but it might say John Blumenthal.
This shit's really hard to read.
I think
Well,
Pikachu's on there.
What prosecutors say that Christopher Paul Hassan was searching, was Googling media personalities, including media personalities from CNN, MSNBC, as well as very prominent Democratic politicians. These were all the names that made up this hit list that was on the computer of Christopher Paul Hassan. So prosecutors say this was in the works for several years. They say he was stockpiling these weapons for 2 years. And again, I'll point to that first line of this detention memo. They say that he was, intending to murder innocent civilians on a scale rarely seen in this country. So
wow.
It sucks that it's on a scale rarely seen in this country, but not the worst. Like as bad as this is, we've had much worse happen often.
Yeah, check out.
Yeah, but he's also military. I mean, the Coast Guard is a subsection in the Navy, and they all operate under Title 14. But they still have the UCMJ when they're doing ops with the Navy. So I don't know what his status was, but he could be looking at the death penalty.
Wow.
If that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds almost like a Timothy McVeigh kind of thing that he's into. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy story. So Kamala Harris was doing an interview, and they asked her if she smoked weed, and she was like, "Come on, half my family's Jamaican," and her dad is pissed about that apparently. Ooh. And this is a Fox News report, so we'll see how
stereotype.
Let's see.
There's a family feud on the Democrat side.
Oh gosh, do you remember when Kamala Harris, she had that radio interview with Breakfast Club? It was
Wow, Gretchen Carlson got younger looking. Oh wait.
Oops.
It was.
Did she sue them?
Yeah, for sexual harassment.
Police who talked about it. She admitted that she smoked pot when they asked her if she was pro legalizing marijuana. She said, "Of course I smoked marijuana. Half my family's from Jamaica. Are you kidding me?"
Was her dad from the Jamaica half?
Yeah.
Had a
people
problem.
take a joke?
Yeah, I mean, it is a joke, and I mean, there are Rastafarians and shit like that, and
with that. But listen to what she said on the Breakfast Club.
They say you oppose legalizing weed.
That's not true.
I know.
and look, I joke about it, half joking. Half my family's from Jamaica. Are you kidding me?
So she prefaces it by saying that she's joking, or half joking, and they still call her out on it.
It's just feign outrage by people.
Yeah, why people get so angry about the dumbest thing that ignore the actual problems.
They want to get triggered. I think they really want to go out of their way to find something. I mean, this was innocuous. This was nothing wrong with this. This was a joke. Kyle's a comedian. He says funny shit all the time. Well, things he thinks is funny. That could be, but it's comedy.
I saw a headline that was talking about that movie with what's his name, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
A Star is Born.
A Star is Born. Yeah, saying that they need to. The outrage was that there's a scene where he pulls her on stage to sing, and that is anxiety inducing, and should not be allowed. I mean, the shit people get angry about it today is just ridiculous.
You know what shouldn't be allowed in movies? Exploitation of children and animals.
That's already not allowed.
I think. Well, I'm saying, right? Everything else is fair game. I'm saying you can exploit an adult woman if she signs on to be fucking put in the movie. Fucking do it.
She's getting paid for it. Sure.
Yeah,
it's a movie too. It's not real life.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
You're supposed to tell stories that invoke emotions.
Let's get more into this. And by the way, guys, if you send in Streamlabs, I will read them at the end of this segment.
Okay.
And I inhale. I did inhale.
It's really hysterical for the former attorney general of that state to talk about doing something illegal, laughing about it, giggling about it, and trying to get
some weed, you fucking asshole.
I hate Brian Kilmeade. Oh,
very funny.
He's so fucking dumb.
For a woman to laugh about smoking weed,
it's illegal. It's a federal offense.
I mean,
good God,
he is pulling some manipulation control shit here.
Jesse Ventura made Brian Kilmeade rage quit from this show when he was on there. Yeah, he got up and left the room.
Pussy.
He was that pissed.
Among the people that were upset by it, her dad, Donald Harris, from Jamaica, an economics professor at Stanford University, says this: "My dear departed grandmothers, as well as my deceased parents, must be turning in their grave right now to see their family's name, reputation, and proud Jamaican identity being connected in any way, jokingly or not, with the fraudulent stereotype of pot-smoking, joy-seeking, and in pursuit of identity politics." Man,
come on.
I mean, the reason they're reporting this is to bash. They definitely want to bash Democrats that are running for president. That's part of it.
She's got a bad dad. That's a bad dad.
Because he didn't have her back?
Yeah, fuck him, dude. Your daughter's running for president. You should be proud of her no matter what the fuck she says. As long as she's not like, my dad used to molest me, then I could see him being like, whoa, hold the fuck, what? No, I didn't. But other than that, support that fucking girl, dude. Or just don't speak out. Just be like, if you want to speak out, say, I never smoked weed. I don't know what she's talking about. Love her. Keep going. You're doing a great job, honey. But that's about it. Oh, my proud Jamaican heritage. Well, even as a joke, you shouldn't joke about us smoking marijuana.
But wait, so I'm Irish, so if I make a joke about drinking, am I going to have like outrage out there? My last name is McRae. Can I make a joke about drinking? Because I like to have scotch or something.
The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and their fucking mascot is a leprechaun.
But he's fighting.
Say
what you want about the Irish, but they love a good fight.
They do.
It's true.
And good alcohol.
Yeah.
And potatoes.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Why do they keep calling me a potato?
Talk about the actual ones this time. Come on.
The potato famine.
You have to go there, don't you?
It's a statement to Jamaica Global Online. He said, speaking for myself and my immediate Jamaican family, we wish to categorically disassociate ourselves from this travesty. The campaign had no comment.
Oh, I love when they try to be funny on Fox News.
Could you believe she didn't have a comment about her dad being a fucking cunt?
Is there any more cringy people on TV than the people at Fox and Friends?
No.
They've gotten really bad. I gotta admit, I used to watch Fox when it first came out. I didn't think they were that biased.
You would.
Now. No, I know. Well,
you know what I noticed about this show,
they
though?
really weren't as bad as they are now. You can see a progression over the years.
Yeah.
And now it's like, what the hell? I cannot stand their feign outrage. And I tell you this: you read the news, right? And you go to CNN, you go to NPR, you go to all these different sources, and they all seem to have some kind of consistency. And then you have that one outlier, that's Fox. How they're wording it completely different to sound completely changing what the actual narrative actually is. And they've gone out of the way to do it. You can tell. It's like the only outlier. This will be like this. That was this, and this, and you go to Fox. Oh no, it's something completely different.
The thing I've
Every
noticed
time.
The thing I've noticed about this show, and I've been watching, I've seen it here and there since the beginning. The male hosts all stay the same people, but the female hosts just pick a new blonde to put on the couch with them.
Because Rupert Murdoch said that he doesn't want a woman on the show within 2 weeks of her menstrual cycle because of any sort of out of character behavior they might have on their menstrual cycle. So they can only work 1 week a month.
Really? I never know. I never know if you're full of shit or like.
Fox had a correspondent or something there last week that said that he didn't believe in germs, that he hadn't washed his hands in 5 years.
I don't think he's. I can't buy that though. It makes no sense. I mean, you get your hands dirty. You work on cars. You work in the soil. You're gonna get. Everybody washes their hands just for that reason alone, whether you believe germs exist or not.
I wash my hands.
Say that.
Well, maybe not for Billy, but most of us wash our hands.
I wash my hands all the time. I have to after touching my stinky dick.
That pristine baby.
I was giving Billy. I was silently giving Billy a chance. Actually, you know what? No, he already ruined it.
What?
Earlier when we were talking about transgenders, I was like, I'm not going to try and make it happen at all. I want to see if we get through a whole fucking show without Billy mentioning dick.
Would you like that? You know, you could just ask.
I don't want to talk about dick.
You could just ask. I thought it's something the audience has come to know and love.
Okay.
They're like Billy's.
Maybe they do. Maybe
Billy's
they
hot
do.
takes on hot cocks. I thought they were all fans.
Maybe
you think
they
I
do.
like
Great
saying
image.
this shit?
Yeah.
I can't even see my own dick. Why do I want to talk about dicks?
Wait, if he's banned from using a word or referencing penis or dicks or cocks, what are you going to ban for your the same episode? You can't say, so he can call you out on it.
I don't know. What do you want me to not say?
Well, that's up to Billy.
Ben will have to be banned from actually sucking penises for an entire episode.
Okay.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yeah.
That's easy to do.
Give it up.
All right. This video is called "Why Tucker Carlson Tonight Didn't Air a Segment Last Week."
We wanted to respond to something that happened recently. Last month, a Dutch academic called Rutger Bregman showed up at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, and gave a lecture to the attendees. How is it, he wondered, that global elites can say they care so deeply about climate change, yet show up at Davos in private jets? And by the way, how come nobody at Davos ever mentions the epidemic of tax evasion by the world's supposedly progressive billionaire class? Those are both good questions, and they're not asked enough. So last week, we invited Bregman on our show to congratulate him for what he said at Davos. He was in Europe at the time, so we taped the segment in case we needed to fix the delay in the edit booth. We do that a lot. Things went fine for the first few minutes, and then Bregman launched into an attack on Fox News. It's not clear that Bregman has ever seen Fox, but he wanted to make his point. Fine. But then he...
It's not clear he's never seen Fox.
Never heard of Fox or seen Fox before. That's
Pretty sure they've seen Fox. I'm pretty sure that's why he's launching into some sort of rant.
Yeah. Why would you rant on something you've never seen before?
It's not clear he's ever actually watched Fox, yet he wanted to rant all about Fox News.
By the way, that face that you froze Tucker on is the face that I have on the inside watching Tucker Carlson.
You can't not freeze Tucker on his tuck face, Tucker Carlson's cuck face.
Tucker, he always looks like he's confused.
What happened to his bow tie? Didn't he always used to wear bow ties?
He had to ditch the bow tie when he moved to Fox News because they were like, it makes you look too much like a punk bitch. We need you to stand up and be a man like Bill O'Reilly.
I want that to be true so badly. I wish it happened just like that.
Claim that my corporate masters tell me what to say on this show, and that was too much. Whatever my faults or those of this channel, nobody in management has ever told us what positions to take on the air.
Because you wouldn't have been hired if they didn't know what position you already took. Holy shit! If they want a dissenting opinion, they get someone like fucking Combs, who looks like he's about to die of cancer. And what happened?
He is dead.
He did. Holy shit!
Didn't they get in trouble actually for forcing certain people to take positions maybe they didn't want to take? Like, isn't that what?
Probably.
I love Tucker's face here.
It's every Tucker pause is a fucking weirdo face.
Yep.
Everyone. When he's not talking and he's just sitting there, he has a resting weirdo face. It's like,
Ever. Not one time. We have total freedom here, and we're grateful for that. I've hosted shows on both the other cable channels, so I know firsthand how rare that freedom is. On this show, thanks to Fox, we get to say exactly what we think is true, for better or worse. But there was no convincing Rutger Bregman of that. He knew what he knew. So I did what I try hard never to do on this show, and I was rude. I called him a moron, and then I modified that word with a vulgar Anglo-Saxon term that is also intelligible in Dutch. In my defense, I would say that was entirely accurate, but you're not allowed to use that word on television. So once I'd said it out loud, there was no airing the segment. As it turns out, Bregman taped our exchange.
I don't know. What did he say that he said?
he said it was a Anglo slur that is not recognizable in Dutch before he called him a moron. So it was a slur against the Dutch, right? Before he said moron is what he was piecing together
Juice,
there.
Maybe?
No.
You can say that on air.
I mean, it would be
the slur.
Well, the way he said was the slur was like, it sounded like the way Tucker said that he said it was racially motivated, but maybe I'm wrong there.
I don't think so.
Or not racially, but nationally motivated.
The audio today, and if you like, you can listen to it. There is some profanity, and I apologize for that. On the other hand, it was genuinely heartfelt. I meant it with total sincerity.
He said that so seriously, with total sincerity.
Oh, he called him a fucking moron? That was it?
Yeah.
Look, I understand it was wrong, but it was heartfelt. I really thought he was a fucking moron.
You're a fucking moron. Yeah, there's a bitch face. He looks so confused always. Like he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
It's like he's been pooping the other way his entire life. The turd just climbs back up into his stomach.
Great South Park episode.
Yeah, I normally don't like to lose my cool on this show. Fox gives me freedom of speech, unlike CNN, where I have to talk to people that fucking owned me. MSNBC, where I had to talk to people that could fucking wreck me. Here, I can just set up the bowling pins myself, walk up to them, and kick them over.
All right. I'm going to read some of the Streamlabs. Hamonin? Can you tell... I don't know how the fuck to say this name. It has like accent marks and shit on it. Can you tell Nettie Napsa the cat that she's a beautiful cat? I don't know if I'm saying the name right.
Nettie Napsa the cat, you're a beautiful cat.
Yeah, thank you.
You're beautiful.
We also picked up a new $10 patron. Thanks for pledging.
You'll be there for the private show with us tomorrow.
And we're doing the post show on Twitch again tonight. So check us out there as well. As well as. Harry Ford gave us $2, said, who will play Brutus Beefcake?
Huh.
Vince Vaughn.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Originally, before he was the barber, his gimmick was that he was a male stripper, basically. And then they called him the barber. And when he would beat a jobber, he'd give him a haircut.
A lot of people speculated that him and Hogan had a little more of a relationship than just best friends.
Who knows?
But I think Vince Vaughn will play him.
Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn isn't ripped.
He's tall, though.
Terrible choice.
Okay, never mind.
Terrible.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
Unirock TV, $2. Love Non Sec and DP are cool too. Great show. Can't wait for the debate. Does he mean the one with G-Man?
Yeah.
I think so.
What if CM Punk
still no
played
word from
Macho Man?
G-Man.
Shocking.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he ran from me. Why wouldn't he run from you? I mean, he calls people out. He says he's going to have a conversation, and then all of a sudden he goes live on his channel. And then he has the audacity to say, well, no one told me about it.
I'm pretty sure him not coming here is running.
You know who would be good is what's the Mangello? What's that the guy that played he was in True Blood. He's married to Sofia Vergara, or he's like boyfriend girlfriend with Sofia Vergara.
Oh yeah. What is his name?
Cannot remember his damn name right now. He's a big wrestling fan, and he would be great in this.
Hypothesis donated $5, and I guess the Hogan thing is going to be a 3-parter. I don't know. Part 1, The Rise of Hulkamania, 77 to 84. Part 2, Hulkamania Runs Wild, 85 to 93. Hogan, Part 3, Hogan and WCW and NWO, 94 to 2001. Hulk returns to WWE, 2002 to 2006.
This is speculation. This is not.
Yeah,
what, this
maybe.
Was not, this was in the press release. They said that it's going to be like a lead up to Hulkamania, like an origin story for Hulk. Maybe they'll make sequels and stuff afterwards, but right now it's just the idea in mind is you're telling the story of the rise of Hogan and the rise to Hulkamania.
Ardrich, $5. Can't watch the show tonight, but here's a little help. A little to help that sweet, sexy goal. Yeah, we're more than halfway there, and we got this show, the rest of this show, and Saturday's show. So I think we're gonna make the goal. But if you want to help out, new Patreon,
Jimmy Crunk Corn.
awesome.
And
then also, I noticed a few people just started following us on Twitch because they heard we're gonna be there later. The rest of you can do that too.
Yeah.
And one person even subscribed through Twitch Prime. Thanks, guys. We appreciate that. All right. Wow. Now it's time to get into this crazy shit.
Yes.
New world order.
New world order. Stand right next to a mountain. Chop it down with the edge of my hand.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the New World World.
Yeah, I loved that shit.
Yeah, it was really well done.
It.
Back when wrestling was the coolest shit in the world.
Yep.
They
made it that way.
It was water cooler talk. Everybody was like, "Did you see what happened last night with the NWO? Did you see what happened last night with the Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yep.
See what
And The
happened last
Rock.
night? Yeah.
I remember that. It was like one of the greatest moments because I was really young. But that Monday Nitro when Sting came down from the rafters and bolted into the mat.
Yeah.
And
On Saturday, you'll
they
reach
thought
your
it was
goal.
a dummy.
I guarantee
and
it.
it turned out not to be.
Thank you,
That was great.
Thank you, Yeah, I mean, you're one of the people that definitely can make that happen, Baton, so thank you.
Oh yeah, it was the dummy that went through the ring, right?
Yeah.
Was that before or after the Owen Hart situation? I thought it was after.
I don't know. Check this crazy shit out. Guess who's defending Jussie Smollett?
Let me guess. Is it Gazi?
Yep. Oh, no, but that's not him.
That's not Gazi.
Yeah, hold on. We'll play him in a second.
At least he's not playing Hulk Hogan.
So y'all gonna lock up Jussie Smollett for lying to the pig?
Not lying. Well, I mean, filing a false police report. We can't allow people to do that. Do you realize that we can't allow people to do that? Because I could, go file a false police report about you, and there'd be no repercussions, and the police would investigate you and fuck with you.
And he's taken the manpower away from other crimes that probably happened in Chicago during the last couple weeks. I don't know if there were any crimes in Chicago in the last couple weeks, but
I'm pretty sure if crimes were committed anywhere, it'd be Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us black people have died because of the lies of you colonizers?
Not related.
Emmett Till at 14.
Oh, he's gonna bring up a bunch of unrelated shit to try and make it sound
angry.
like what Jussie did was okay.
Yeah.
Colonizers. That's a new one for me.
Oh, really? You haven't heard that?
Oh, this is what he. Oh,
Nah.
just wait.
Oh, yeah.
He also he calls white women cave Becky.
Oh,
and blue cheese.
Yeah, when he called a white woman blue cheese, that was the first time I ever heard a racial slur against a white person that actually made me feel bad for the white person.
Years old who was dragged at the end of a truck for miles before he was beaten to death and then shot and thrown in some goddamn trenches somewhere at the age of 14 because of the lies of a white woman named Carolyn Dunham. What about the entire town Rosewood that was burned down?
Who gives a fuck? It has nothing to do with this.
And we all nowadays accept that was fucking terrible.
This is a position
Right?
that Gazi is used to right here.
Yeah,
it's just pure whataboutism.
What
That's
we
all
need,
it is.
what we need to do right now is accept the fact that Jussie Smollett is an evil human being that did some really fucking terrible shit to a country that needed healing, not more division. And
Right.
and we don't need people right now trying to defend what he
And he
did.
was doing it for selfish reasons, like
Very selfish reasons.
He didn't care
Yeah.
if it like the trouble that it caused. He deserves to be punished for that.
And if he wants to be the gay Tupac, then I think that we need to have a gay Biggie Smalls, and I will go fuck that dude. I will fuck him.
What's not said though, this right here is just as racist as anything that this is just trying to push that narrative still. That defending him, he would be pushing that narrative.
And you got to wonder what this guy's capable of doing.
Oh,
he doesn't even have a moral compass.
I mean, he likes racial division in America, and
He's got an army of little weird white people that
and
fucking
it's so
follow
funny
him too.
because he talks about how great Africa
No,
is.
Seriously, whatever amount remains, I'll make it happen.
Thank
I love
you,
fuckers.
Thank you, love you too.
Thank you, I'm baby.
Yeah, like he talks about how great Africa is, but he's gay, and there's a whole bunch of African countries that would want to put him to death for being gay.
But do you think
Most
he'd be
of them.
gay if he grew up in Africa?
I mean, he would be gay, but he probably wouldn't flaunt it like he does now.
I think
you
he'd probably be a child warrior, right?
I don't know. I don't know where he would be born in Africa. There's a lot of different
He'd have
places.
been there in Coney's 2012.
A lot of Africa is very civilized.
Yeah, a lot of it. And then there's like the really messed up, lawless, like there's like the Congo and crazy places like that. And then there's like places like the Sudan that are like super Muslim.
Yep.
Murders of black people because of the lies of Fannie Taylor. Lynchings, burnings, running over of black bodies in Rosewood, Florida because of the lies of white people. Where are they going? When are they going to jail? What about George Stinney, age 14, who was executed by the U.S. government? A 14-year-old teenage boy executed, electrocuted to death because of the lies of Pinewood, Whitetown, South Carolina. What about Mark Charles Parker, 23 years old, who was dragged out of his cell and lynched because of the lies of a white woman named Joan Walters? You want to talk about
this was like
lies?
decades ago. All of these were decades ago,
And how
right?
does it justify what Smollett did? I don't understand the correlation.
Yeah,
there.
it doesn't.
It should be okay because of all this other shit.
I saw a lot of people on Facebook
Yeah, it
today.
doesn't work that way.
A lot of
Not
people
a
on-
zero-sum game.
A lot of like my friends on Facebook were like, why are they going to get Jussie for lying, but they don't get all these Beckys who call the cops on black people at the park? And I'm like, well, those women are pretty pathetic, but like they're not lying. They're just scared and stupid and racist.
And they didn't go through all the trouble of actually having somebody put a noose around your neck, pour bleach on you, and creating a national incident over it.
Yeah. It's like it's not a this or that situation here. You can mourn every single person who was done terrible by a white person in history. You can do that, right? But that doesn't absolve Jussie fucking Smollett of what he did. That's not how this works. It's not a pound of flesh scenario. It's not like, well, okay, we're almost even now. And if it was, Jussie Smollett wouldn't be the one collecting the fucking the debt. You know, a fucking actor from TV that made up a lie would not be the balancing point for, okay, this was all the segregation and all the bullshit that used to happen. Jussie, you can get away with it. Okay, the scales are almost even now. Just we need one more good fuck up, and then we're tied. Okay, it's a tie.
When is George Bush going to go and be charged?
Never, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you here. George Bush did some fucked up shit that caused a lot of people to die, but that has nothing to do with, you know, what's currently happening.
I'm just glad Kanye West called him out for it.
For lying on Iraq.
He doesn't care about black
and
people?
Murdering 461,000 people. Because he lied about weapons of mass destruction that they did not have.
Separate issue. We don't keep points and categorize people by race. Like, oh, no, black people got a point now. That means white people can't get mad when black people file false police reports. I don't know. I don't get it.
Does this guy have a YouTube channel?
Yes. He's an activist. Like, he's crazy.
How many subscribers does he have?
I don't know. I mean, he has, like, followers. Like,
he'll do videos with, like, a bunch of white people that have the white guilt shroud over them.
Really bad. Like, horrible. Like, I don't even like the use of that term usually, but like really these people do literally have white guilt. Like they literally hate them.
It's
like,
a condition.
Yeah.
And you can see it in his videos when they're there, like there was one video where he had this guy who was like the typically like Nigerian white boy that thinks he's black, and he's like, yeah, man, you know, like people like us, we just really don't fit in. We racist, man. But other white people is more racist than me. It's like,
and I just want to give black people their reparations.
Yeah.
That's not a good that's not a good argument. Hey, well, you know, I'm racist, but that other person over there, he's more racist than I am.
I can't believe people can listen to something like that and
he had
and say, I want to follow this.
He has a buddy. I think his name was Jesse. It was a white guy with like long hair that used to be in a lot of his videos, and that guy ran for mayor of the town that they live in on a platform of giving black people reparations.
It's a big business right now.
He didn't win.
But
There's no
that's a good way to win, though.
We need to get this guy and Justin D. Peterson together.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
That would be epic.
Gazi and other people, they're part of a guilt for profit.
You
system.
literally gave a scenario where I would be on Jesse Lee Peterson's side.
Wow.
Whoa!
That's impressive. Actually.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah, that's
amazing.
That says
I'm
a
just
lot.
processing that for a second. That kind of hurt.
Amazing.
If you see political
processing.
If you see political activists that have like PayPal links in their bio that are there just for white people to send guilt money to, like have you noticed this yet?
What?
Social media influencers who are political like activists like Gazi who have
I enjoy these non sequitur fucks as well. Great people. Also show tonight, thanks to all of you for your time and effort. It's appreciated more than you know. Gay power.
Yeah.
Gay power?
Gay power. Gay power.
Gay power.
It's like the Power Rangers, but it's like the.
Well, if this is like black power,
Okay.
should gay power be like
this, limp wristed?
Well, limp wrist, not the fist.
Oh, doing it wrong. Okay, we're sorry.
Because this is how
I can't.
Gay power.
This is how you fist, right?
I have no idea.
When you fist a lesbian or a butthole, it's like this, right? Isn't that?
No, not if you commit. You just go full fist like that.
Wow.
That's too easy.
Have you ever seen
commit?
Have you ever seen The Kids in the Hall? Have you ever seen that show before?
Love that show.
It was like
love
the
it.
Canadian Saturday Night Live, basically.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
And the one guy, Scott Thompson, he really is gay, but you wouldn't normally be able to tell, like just, but no, well, not quite so much.
I can tell a gay person just by how they taste.
But he played this character. He played this character that was like the super flaming gay guy, like the super limp wristed, with the lisp and like everything. He did it so well. It was unbelievable. I love it.
It was unbelievable that a gay man that wasn't as gay as I would expect him
right,
to be
right.
could be more gay than
it was
I would
my
expect
favorite
him to be.
character on there. People should check it out. It's probably on YouTube. Actually.
I think a lot of people watch Kids in the Hall. It was replayed
I
on
saw
Comedy
them
Central
live.
back in the day quite a
I
bit.
saw them live 5 years ago in Detroit. It was so awesome. They like.
Did you hear? Was I?
Oh, I was just
Did
going
you
to
hear the
say.
controversy with Matt Smith on playing gay characters? That they were going after him because he's a straight person playing a white character, and he's like, "Why would it matter who gets the part if you're able to act the?"
They did the
I mean,
same-
is that because if you do that, then all of a sudden you're saying that a straight person can't do a gay person can't play a straight character?
Well, that's okay because straight people are overrepresented.
They
in
did the same
Hollywood.
thing with Bryan Cranston because
Well-
he's in a movie where he's in a wheelchair now, and they're like, "Why'd you find an actor that's actually in a wheelchair?"
In real life, there are plenty of straight. From my experience, there are plenty of straight people who play gay quite often. maybe for a night. But.
All right, now we're gonna move on to Stephen Dawson. Let's see.
Oh yes.
Hello, Sophie. Stephen D here. Base station.
I can't believe he's real. I can't believe he's real.
There's a guy on our Discord that can do a pretty decent impersonation of this guy. It's pretty funny.
He even molests women.
Fan, and I'm a big fan of Ashley Emma as well. Cool.
I mean, not only is the personality unbelievable, his appearance is unbelievable.
Yeah. It's like the Coneheads had sex with Dilbert.
Yeah.
Someone called him Autism Powers because he kind of has like he kind of does have like an Austin Powers vibe going on.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
She gets naked every fucking time. All she does is a bit of twerking like that.
There you go. There you go.
Oh man.
I do a bit of twerking, no? She goes like this, and then she does this. She does that play with her tits, and then plays her arsehole and does this. You know, and I think I'm not.
Was he just picking his ass?
He was doing a little bit of a something wrong.
Too sure she plays with her pussy. I think.
Oh no! God, okay. Just a little background, just in case you aren't familiar with this guy.
Why is it screenshot on this? Why do you stop it on this frame?
This is the best part. Okay, in the UK, there's this channel called, or I think it's a show called Babe Station. It's basically like cam girls, but they have it on TV, and you could like call in and talk to them and like pay them to do shit and stuff like that because they're, they don't have the like quality control standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standards and practices.
Standards and practices. That's what I meant to say. It's different there. It's different culturally. So like this is who he makes videos to the girls that are on this show.
Yeah,
all
usually
the
it's
time.
Priya and Priya.
Pretty.
But this one is to Sophie.
Yep.
She goes like this.
I think
I'm not too sure, but only when Ashley is naked though. So anyway. All right,
Where does he
Sophia.
upload this shit to? Like where
All over.
Where is this video at?
Well, he has a Twitter that's like really popular. He is like, I mean, for him, like you would not expect this guy to have a popular Twitter. He's one of those people that people are fascinated with on the internet.
Do you think he's real? Like, is this an actor?
Oh,
Do you
he's
think this is
real.
Yeah, I think he's real.
Oh, he's real.
I've got a song for you, or I might do a couple of jokes. But I've got a couple of jokes for you.
He does regularly have a big stack of papers.
That's the song. Here we go. It's called Bollocks. Yeah, Bollocks.
Yeah. So it's called
fuck's sake.
Balls.
Here we go. Now it's comical word, none of. I don't know why, there's something about it, always makes me laugh. And now you call them testicles and knackers, cobblers, nuts or balls. 1, 2, 3, it's a dido. Now it's just as well fall and constant and dangle where they do. Oh, they want to be embarrassing if they was on you. Cause there's something quite undignified about a pair of nuts. Cause they conjure up a comical sight there ain't never if the buts. 1, 2, 3, it's a comical non. I don't know why, there's something about it, all that makes me laugh. Now you call them testicles and knackers, cobblers, nuts or balls. 1, 2, 3, it's the dido. The word has many.
We're all just kind of like.
I wonder if anybody out there finds this guy attractive.
You know what? Still better than G-Man's raps, though.
Yeah.
Can somebody out there catfish Mama JF with this guy's account and get them to hook up?
Oh, you know what? Here's something, Kyle.
that, by the way.
Kyle, you might
That was a
want to
joke.
stay away from Mama JF because she said that when she meets a gay guy, she just tries to fuck him. And yeah, it's
she wants to
Yeah,
convert
I
him.
will do that. what a random. Why would you? Why
she
did you
just
say
came.
that?
Like,
She wants to
he'll
convert them back
so
to
JF
straight.
will be doing his thing, like doing his show, and she'll just come out of nowhere and just start saying crazy shit all the time.
Oh, I saw that. He was talking to some bald guy one time. And,
no white guilt.
Like last week. Yeah, she came in the frame and was like,
"You tried to kill me."
She was accusing. Yeah.
Stalking me. Why are you always stalking me?
Yeah, it's just so weird.
It's a little bizarre.
It's just so weird. I don't know.
There's something about the wall that makes me laugh. Now you call them testicles, and that could a couple of.
And you guys know about the graffiti, right? You guys know about that too.
Oh man.
Okay. Last May, there was a news report out of Montreal that someone defaced a bunch of property with spray paint and spray painted like Nazi memes like 1480. Was it 1488?
I think so.
Whatever it is.
Warski
And about Warski and about JF and about Richard Spencer and all that shit. And recently, people revisited the news story that had that in their surveillance video, and the person doing the graffiti was Mama JF.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I saw
exactly like
her.
her.
That. I didn't know. I didn't put it together.
Who
Is
else
that what
would it
was?
be?
Is that what they were showing? Because it's black and white, and you see her next to the wall.
Yeah,
Is that what
it is.
Okay.
I mean, like literally, either that or she has a twin sister that like.
They also watched the fucking
Yeah,
show
yeah,
that she was obsessive over and lost her job over watching too much.
Right.
And
Well,
also,
so is this like this would be something that are they looking into her now to try to get her for this?
I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't really like people going to jail. Like unless they did something. I guess it does suck that people had their property spray painted on. I don't know how I feel about it. She does seem like kind of not all there. So I don't know. I don't know how it should.
I don't
be
want her to go
handled
to
with
jail for fucking graffiti, right? I don't want anybody to go to jail for graffiti.
But
I don't want people-
I mean, like, it is risky because also like hate speech is illegal in Canada. So I mean, spray painting Nazi propaganda on buildings. One of the buildings was a fucking police station.
But she also spray painted flowers.
Yeah, and smiley faces
Yeah.
and hearts and shit like that.
She
too.
misspelled the
how
word
they,
king.
That's why they said they thought, Kingy.
Kingy. JF got up it as Kingy.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's crazy. We had a bunch of people like people act like we didn't know about the controversy that surrounds him, and that's on that video. That's all it is. Is just
people
you
need to
shouldn't give
get over-
platforms to blah blah blah.
People
and they send us so much stuff. Like we most of the time we do our due diligence, but it's like they send us stuff that's pretty everybody kind of knows, and it's like we're familiar with that. We know what's going on.
People just fucking like they spurg out.
Yep.
They like I get it all the time. Like but I mean I dealt with it today because we had Onision on. Like when I have people on that a lot of people don't like, they come to me and they're like, "Don't have this person on." It's like, why? Yeah. I'll have them on once, maybe another time if it goes well. Why do you care?
How did it go with Onision?
I mean, I've met Onision a few times. He's all right. I mean, he's really good at dodging questions. He's like a master question dodger. He's so good at that. That's probably his best talent. I told him he should have went to law school. Because like he was, the whole like wetlands thing that happened with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was a court action against you. He was like, I didn't go to court. And I'm like, I know. Okay, you didn't go to court, but something happened in a court about you. And he's like, I didn't go to court. Like, that's all he'll say. It's like, no, we know this motherfucker.
I want to see Jesse Lee Peterson ask Onision if he loves black people to see how Onision feels.
That would be so weird.
Do you love black people?
So I'm getting
I love all people.
There's a guy called Darkside Phil, and a lot of people hate him. Like he's actually someone who found success out of people hating him, and like he does really well. Like he gets a lot of viewers on Twitch and shit. and he makes a decent amount of money on Patreon. It's so weird that's a person that so many people hate does so well. So I want to have him on and talk to him, and everyone's like, people have been like, man, he's gonna ruin everything for you, man. It's like, how can he possibly do that? I'm just gonna bring him on through Skype to talk to him. That's it.
And two, what I always say is, we do episodes like every day almost. There are going to be plenty that you don't like, and if you don't like them for that show, you can just watch something else and then, come back. Like, you have every right not to watch every single one.
You know what? The internet has created an illusion that everyone's opinions actually matter. So now, like back in the day, if I didn't like something, I just wouldn't consume it. Now, people, when they don't like something, they feel like they need to tell you that they don't like it. It's like, I don't care if you don't like it. Don't watch.
Well, they can tell you now, right? Like, this is a relatively new thing. Back in the day, you couldn't really complain to ABC that Family Matters fucking sucked that night. You just had to sit there and complain on your couch, yell at your TV. Now you can actually yell at your fucking TV, and the TV sometimes will yell back. It's crazy.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here? And now people are just saying shit about DSP, like about his financial shit. I don't care. I don't have any financial dealings with him, so I don't care what his financial situation is like.
I want to lend him money.
I don't think I know DSP.
Yeah, it's Darkside Phil. He's like a gamer guy, and a lot of people were like, "Hey, you should check out videos people make about Darkside Phil. It's kind of funny." It's like, yeah, he is. He has provided quite a bit of lol cowing over the years. I mean, he as an example, this is the most popular thing that happened. He accidentally had his camera on while he was streaming, but he didn't know that the camera was on, and he was jerking off. But you couldn't see anything below his chest. You
couldn't see the meat puppet,
but you could tell by like the expression on his face.
Oh man!
Hold on. There's a picture of it.
I'm live streaming.
Oh, I know this. Mr. Medicare did a series. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
holy shit.
There's a down the rabbit hole about him too. That kind of stuff.
That's quite the face. That's quite the face.
That's his own face.
How did he respond to it? When do you know how what his answer was when people started?
At first, he tried to hide it, and then eventually he just had to embrace it.
Yeah,
I think it's funny. I mean, I would be I would be a little bit embarrassed, but not like. I mean, at least they didn't see his junk and stuff. Then there'd be a solo porno floating around of DSP, basically.
Yeah.
I'm constantly streaming when I don't mean to. I'm very lucky that I don't masturbate, or else I'd probably have a video like this out there.
I would never masturbate in this room unless the computer was turned off.
In this room?
Yeah, in this room.
You don't masturbate, Billy?
I thought you guys masturbate together in the room.
No, that's sex. Then if two people are doing it. Well, actually, it's not true. It's not true. Masturbation. No, it's still masturbation. It's it's still masturbation.
Really?
It's not sex. If two people are.
So if two people in the same room masturbating themselves and they're separated by 4 or 5 feet.
Is it sex?
Yes.
I thought it was masturbation still.
I actually have.
Maybe it's masturbatory sex.
I have a video that True Empiricism made about Steve.
Oh, joyous.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, okay.
This video is a request for help.
Oh, no. It's Nephilim free. That's who it is.
Oh, yes.
One sec. I told Neffy had actually messaged me that he made this video, and I said, Neffy, I don't watch your stuff. I'm not going to bother watching it. And he says, he's like, yes, you will, because you can't help yourself. I'm like, no, I won't. And now I'm stuck watching it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Neffy.
It's not your fault.
I have to watch this. Damn it.
A request
I haven't
to
seen
help
it. So
Stevie McRae, to learn that when he's in a structured debate between two other people and he's not the moderator, it's time to zippy the lippy.
Okay, I need to give some backstory for this. This was not a structured debate. What happened here this night is Kent Hovind had agreed to come on the show to have a debate with the guy up top, Esteban. And Kent Hovind never showed. And what wound up happening the next day is we actually played audio recordings of us talking to Kent agreeing to come on the channel. But then Kent said he never agreed to come on, that he basically screwed us over. So we were live on the show and telling people what had happened. Like, everybody was expecting Kent Hovind. He wasn't coming on. We asked in the chat, anybody want to come in and do this? Talk to Esteban. Nephilim Free came in. This was not a pre-planned structured debate. This was just Nephi coming in to.
I asked Nephilim Free. Remember, he was in the live chat, and
that's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. This was not a pre-planned structured debate that we had booked. So that's just ridiculous.
To overcome his desperate desire to go into damage control mode, Kent Hovind, the famous Christian apologist,
desperate desire to go into damage control mode.
Yeah, because evolution is so much apologetics to it. Okay.
was scheduled to debate this young man here. But because of a scheduling mix-up of some kind, Mr. Hogan was not able to.
Ken Hovind is a fucking coward. He did whatever he could to get out of coming on this show before, too.
And they substituted me for Ken Hovind. This gentleman here, Kyle, is the moderator. Did a wonderful job of not interjecting himself into the debate.
Thank you, Neffy.
Yeah. Even dresses like a professional.
Damn.
Why is he talking shit?
I'm wearing a suit here.
You know what? Neffy's not so bad.
I'm not like this.
See what he's doing? Nephilim is doing the thing that Brett does, the divide and conquer strategy.
Ooh.
He's complimenting the one guy while insulting the other one.
Lucky for us, Ben, we can't be divided.
I know.
Yeah.
Benjamin and I have a bond known as the Sweet Boy bond.
Yep.
We
are
can't
sweet
be divided.
boys. Yep.
Impressive.
You are sweet boys.
Yeah, we have a club. We call it the Cream Team.
What?
No.
Stevie can't seem to help himself. At this point in the debate,
Steve, we are not having a cream team.
He gives a 3 or 4 minute explanation of a particular gene that he wants to discuss and ask me a question as to why human beings have it if evolution is not true. As soon as he finishes, it's my turn to respond because he and I are the debaters.
I really do appreciate the hard work that goes into what all of you do. It means a lot to me having this endless entertainment and social commentary. I have a 2-hour commute. You guys, all 4 of you, make it easy. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen Hawking. No, but seriously, thank you.
That's such a soothing text-to-speech voice.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
Steve is here probably because he loves to have his face on the internet. But
well, come on, blame me. I mean, I'm not really, but I got it going on.
He's already talking. The debate has barely begun, and Stevie is already jumping into damage control. Let's see that again. This amazing footage. Instant replay.
What's the point of this? Just that you talk during the debate? Like, is that all he's saying?
First of all, they weren't having a debate. He was talking about something in biology, and he wasn't very comfortable with it. It was going nowhere. Kyle and I talk a lot off, on the side and stuff like that. And it was just, okay, I got to jump in here because this is just bizarre. And so I did it. And I've had my interactions with Neffy before, and Neffy doesn't understand biology. Big shocker, right?
Yeah.
And, he was just going to bloviate the entire time. First of all, Neffy doesn't debate. Let's get this straight. He bloviates. That's not how you debate.
Yeah.
And so I just was like leading the direction of the conversation and trying to explain to him what he was talking about. This gene that he was referring to. And that was it. Neffy just for some reason doesn't understand that.
This is the thing. Even if it was a debate, like you're on the screen, you shouldn't just be there quiet the whole fucking time. Anyways, like if it was a structured debate and you were talking, then he could have a right to complain. But why would he want to fucking complain? It's an internet show. We're here entertaining people. On. Yeah,
he really is. I'm not a big fan of Neffy.
The best part of this episode though was at the end. Aaron Rock comes in drunk and just blows the fuck out, just blows Neffy the fuck out. Calls him what did he say? Dickless and Free. That's his name. Yeah. Oh, Dickless and Free is here. I mean, it's just 10 minutes of Aaron getting into Neffy.
I've seen Aaron hammered before. I have not seen him in no way in that condition.
It was great.
Neffy.
It was great. It was great.
I think that might be it. Yeah.
Gene there and purposely make it inactive. If we didn't come from
I don't think we'll spend too much more time on this.
The same ilk.
That's the
Okay, so now it's my turn to speak.
Yeah, you can tell he just wasn't really
respond to this
sure.
gentleman's question.
It wasn't the conversation he was supposed to be having, so that's why it was going nowhere.
Watch what happens.
If he was wrong.
And there it is. Steve McRae jumps into the debate and starts talking. Steve has a problem. He can't seem to understand that when two debaters are in a structured debate with a moderator, it's time to zippy the lippy.
None of that.
I wasn't a moderator.
There was no moderation here. We were hosting. We weren't moderating. They weren't in a debate, and it wasn't scheduled. Neffy has a bad habit of getting everything possibly that could be wrong. And by the way, you may not know this, but you know
Steve,
that
I have to correct you. He did get two things right.
Yeah, he got it looked good. Fair enough. But do you guys know this? This is actually true. Nephilim Free is listed as a science consultant on Conservapedia.
Shut up. What is
he really?
Yes.
Conservapedia?
Because of Nephi's unique creationist upbringing, that he's able to bring science literacy to the world or something. It's really bizarre.
I remember years ago Nephilim put out a video, and in it he showed his browser, and you could see his bookmarks, and there was a lot of weird sexual stuff in it.
Asian porn.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Everyone who's watching right now, quick reminder, Brave browser, use the link in the description, download it, use it to watch our show. And then every month, make sure that your basic attention tokens are being sent to us. You can go to send a tip, and you'll have the option to send however many tokens you have. Give us all of the tokens. Just give them to us. You don't have to do anything but use the browser doing something you do already, which is watch the show.
It's very simple, and it really does put money in the show's pocket and helps us go on.
This is
it really does.
I'm just now starting to see it, and it's whoa. Whoa.
Ben said if everybody that watches right now does this, he'll buy me a midget prostitute. He said if everybody watching does it.
I mean,
what do they usually
of
run
course,
nowadays?
if we go to a place where prostitution's legal,
Of course,
and do
Nevada.
it fully legally.
Nevada.
Some parts of Nevada. Do they have midgets though? I didn't know there was a
Oh, they
specialty.
do in Nevada.
Do they
yeah,
have them at the Moonlight
At sometimes
Ranch?
they do, yeah. So you have to
Really?
book a. Oh, the Bridget the midget, the porn star Bridget Powers
I don't
was
know
worked there
anything
for a while.
about this shit.
I
I'm
know
not into
everything
midgets.
about it.
But I'm not into the midget stuff.
Billy
but, hey,
is.
whatever.
Oh my God! So when we went to Vegas last month, and Billy went to the Heart Attack Grill, where if you weigh over a certain amount, you get to eat free, and so he got to. And he picked his waitress, a
She
midget.
picked me.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, it was luck of the draw.
If you don't finish your food, your waitress is supposed to spank you.
Yeah.
So Billy didn't finish his food on purpose to get spankings.
But this is the thing: fat
from his
people eat
midget
for free.
waitress.
So I just kept ordering until I was full, and then made her spank me, and then I finished my food afterwards.
This sounds like a great deal, man.
It really is.
They almost made him the spokesperson for it when he was
When I was 600 pounds?
Yeah.
Free food and a spanking?
Yeah,
that
when
is
I
a
was-
great concept.
When I was
Right.
600
Sign me
pounds,
up.
the owner offered, tried to get me to be a spokesperson because the previous two spokesmen died of heart attacks. It's called the Heart Attack Grill.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen what they've served. It's like bacon, cheese,
and burger and cheese and mayo and lard, and their milkshakes are
6,000
made
calories.
of lard. Oh, it was nuts. It was so good.
I would dive into that though. I would just dive.
What is better than bacon and spankings? That's like the greatest business concept ever.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about moving to Las Vegas and just become the spokesperson
Bacon and
anyways.
bacon.
I don't know. Oh yeah. Could you eat keto?
I did eat keto there, yeah.
So you can. I mean,
Yeah.
free food.
Yeah.
But you'll
They got-
lose weight
wait, they got
eventually, and you
keto?
won't be able to get it for free anymore.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe I could just hover around 350 pounds for the rest
Did you
of my
guys?
life.
Did you guys hear about the Vigilant Christian and all the shit that happened to him?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Oh man, godly bro orgies, kind of blows
Yeah.
my mind.
They were impressive pictures from what I saw. I have to give him that.
He was like, "Here's my friend's dick. Do you want to suck it?" They're hilarious DMs. Actually, I think there might even be a secret recording of G-Man at a Godly Bros orgy. Yep. Yeah.
That is the. I will never be able to get that out of my head now.
Whoa.
Ever. You know, somebody did a video of it's G-Man at like a ballpark or something like that, and he's holding the fence, and he's like making this face.
I can't stop masturbating.
It's 10 hours of him going.
Wait,
everybody's
wait.
masturbating.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, Spec in the chat says, "I love you as much as Ben loves Michigan and Billy loves Buffalo Cheesecake Factory."
So you don't love us at all? You
That's what he's
despise
saying,
us?
Yeah. But,
wow,
but
that's
you
so
know
mean.
what? I have a confession to make. I went to the Cheesecake Factory last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Did hearing the song make you want to go? Is that why you went?
No, I was going to a movie at the theater across from it.
Oh, okay.
It was the one downtown, and I had cheesecake.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They have a low carb cheesecake
You
on the menu.
slipped, dude.
It was low carb cheesecake.
slipping.
It was made with Splenda and walnut crust. It was low carb.
Let's move into
that'd be good
this. I hate having to do this. Normally my thing is ignore this guy, but this is just too fucking great to pass up.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
The opening is epic.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
All right, here it is. This is the title of the fucking video. No, not again, G-Man. Shanny for Christ. Ms. Salty. Drag Nuts. JD Lame. And everyone who sucks. That's the title.
I'm the everyone that sucks in that.
I love it. That's clickbait right there. That's clickbait.
What? I don't even know what it's saying.
He's talking about the
Is he
video
okay?
that G-Man put out earlier.
Is Brett okay here?
No, just watch.
I remember last night when I was streaming and I was tipsy, we called Brett's number, but no one answered. We got a voice message from Dorn telling us to be nice or we'll get blocked.
Oh.
What is he doing?
Is he okay?
Well, normally when he makes his videos, he's laying on his belly in his bed, but he flipped to avoid bed sores, so he's on his back right now.
Really?
Just
himself,
wait.
Basically.
Just wait till you see him. The
the-
effort it takes to flip over.
And wait till you see his fat face now that he shaved it.
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Here we go.
He needs to go back to a beard. Yeah, he definitely. I hate to say it, but that's not a good look.
He's
for
got
him.
Peter
It's
Griffin
impossible.
chin going on.
I think he looks like a young Brent Spiner.
Not at all.
No.
I'm glad he didn't start the
Oh, he
video
kinda
on his
looks like
stomach.
Len Beck.
We needed to see that tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Why does he start with the glasses on and he always takes them off every video? Like
That is weird.
Every video he makes it a point to take them off.
Because he sees himself in the camera. He's like, oh, fuck, I look like shit.
Or
So he takes it.
maybe he needed the glasses to set up his stream, and then once they were set up, he took them off.
Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense.
No.
Like he's
Not
thinking.
even.
He looks like he's thinking, and he know he's not.
No.
He just know he doesn't think. There's nothing there.
He kind of looks like the wizard from The Wizard of Oz.
Stop slandering me, Non Sequitur. I'll flag your fucking channel.
He tried.
Bullying.
Yeah, well, you saw that. Yeah, he actually threatened that. He actually,
Yeah,
I think you guys
already
saw
tried
that.
Oh, he does that
yeah,
to
he left
everybody.
comments on my channel. Steve, if you don't apologize, I'm going to flag your channel, and I
Right.
told him to fuck off. Yeah.
How far
Spit
are
it
we?
out, Brett.
Yeah,
Spit it
he
out,
hasn't
man.
said anything.
Yeah.
We're almost
so
a full
contemplative.
minute into this video, and he still literally hasn't said anything except for
What is he contemplating?
At least this is why, because he's used to his videos having the first minute and a half of ridiculous, unimportant bullshit. He's replacing his interviews now with this. I mean, not interviews, his intro. You know, because he used to play intros that would just you'd sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and it just drug on forever.
I sped him up so he'll go faster now. You know what I find really funny about this is Brett shows what a needy friend he is in here. because his reason for not liking G-Man is you never call me and ask if I'm having a good day.
All right. So here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, I got done talking to a few buddies of mine. I was having a discussion, and I clicked over in that fucking YouTube thing, the logo up at the top, to go look at some of the people I'm subscribed to, who's recommended to me, what's fucking trendy, that kind of shit. I was looking for something to do. I was bored. I should have probably got up and went and watched Netflix. I could have watched a fucking movie or something, but no, I figured.
Yeah, why get up, right? That's what you figured. I could have got up and watched Netflix, but why get up? Yeah.
Let's fucking scour the YouTube service and see what the hell's out there.
Oh. Hold on. Imagine that between your thighs, ladies.
Looks like we got a new member of the cream team.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Welcome to the Keane team.
So I seen that G was live, and I clicked on his fucking video. I figured I'd see how he's been. What's going on with the new place that he's staying in? As many of you know, he ended up leaving Shanny for Christ's house. Well, actually, Jason's house. Shanny for Christ just happens to be in a relationship with him, so fuck it. It's Jason's house, and Shanny's has nothing to fucking do with it. So I click on G-Man's video, and
has
I say,
Brett
hello,
shaved
how you
before?
doing?
Yeah, sure.
Huh, I'm just not used to
Things,
this.
blah, blah, blah. And I had no idea what the fuck I got myself into. It seems like every time I get around G-Man, he seems to pull me into some kind of drama.
Yeah, it's other people that pull you into drama.
Right,
You're just a helpless victim, and people just pull you into their drama.
You are the super massive black hole of drama, Brett.
Dude, you have videos on your channel calling people pedophiles. Like, you've been making the same videos for years. Just talking about people and trying to fucking slander them. So, don't pretend like you're just a nice guy on the internet. People pull me into drama. Fuck you.
Some kind of bullshit. And the problem with my man G-Man is he doesn't fucking email me. He doesn't call me. He doesn't, say, how you doing today, Brett? How you feeling?
Needy ass friend. That's the thing about Brett. If you talk to him on the internet, you have to. He's high maintenance.
I've heard that about him. That
Yeah.
He wants all of your time.
Yep.
You know, how's your health today? None of this fucking shit. I didn't even get a fucking Merry Christmas from this fella. He doesn't even call me up, ask me how the kids are doing. None of this shit.
So dumb.
You'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, the G-Man.
He doesn't know your kids. Why would he?
Nobody buys this shit too. Like we all smell bullshit.
Yeah.
Hangouts are on my live Discord from time to time, and he'll use my service and my time to vent out his aggravation towards the fucking world and talk about how he wants to
Use my
annihilate
service.
either
What is your service,
Black
Brett?
Hebrew Israelites.
Well,
atheists.
G-Man wanted to use his channel to do the debate on. G-Man's asking him for favors.
With all 6 people that he usually gets watching these things?
Billy, you would be taking up for the. You would be taking up.
He's
for
defending
the
Brett.
manatee.
He does this shit all the time.
Yeah, I see.
And
I
so
see
on
what he's
and so on
doing.
and so on.
I see what he's doing.
And he does this. It's almost kind of like Darth Dawkins. Darth Dawkins never comes in the fucking room and says, "Hey, Brett, how you doing? Praise Jesus. How you doing there, fella? I've missed you. I'm looking so forward to having a conversation." No.
See how fucking insecure he is, where he needs this constant fucking what is it? Validation
Brett,
from people.
I don't always answer when you call me, and I'm sorry for that.
I've never heard that complaint against
No
Darth
one would
Dawkins
say that they
before.
miss Brett Keane. No one. Literally, that sentence has never been uttered in history.
I don't
miss
know.
Brett Keane.
There
You
was
say a lot of shit about Darth Dawkins, but who gives a shit if he comes in and saying, "How how's your Christian day today?" Nobody gives a crap about Darth Dawkins.
I got to go back to Kyle here. I think that was a very unfair statement for you to say. I definitely know there are people who have said they miss Brett Keane. There was a young.
There, that fixed that.
You guys always have this attitude. A lot of Christians out there have this idea that when they come into my rooms or
You wouldn't let me finish my joke, Ben. You wouldn't let me finish my joke. Here's the joke, Ben. Better than your mute, Ben. The joke was there was a young group of manatee hunters that threw a fucking spear at him and they missed Brett Keane. It was a joke, Ben. You want to fucking mute me? You want to fucking mute me?
That was actually a good joke. That was actually a good joke.
It was a good joke. I apologize for muting you. Man, Billy just spurred out.
Apology accepted.
He's a sweet boy again.
Yes.
People were telling me to mute you again.
responding to text. He's like, Brett. He starts telling me about all this bullshit.
Wasn't this the same Brett Keane that came out with all of those videos like 2 weeks ago when G-Man was having this thing with Shedding for Christ where he said, I'm really worried about G-Man. He might be dead.
He hadn't heard from him for a while, so he's like wondering if G-Man died.
But now that G-Man's not dead, he's like, wait, you weren't dead? So you were just ignoring me?
All over him.
You motherfucker.
Now it's go time.
I wish you were dead.
About some fucking woman that I noticed a long time ago called Miss Star. And
a woman I noticed. What does that mean?
What a creepy
what exactly
line
does that mean? A woman I noticed.
Miss Star.
No one says that.
Starts babbling on about her, and then starts going in about how he's going to one of these days have his say-so about Shanny for Christ, and then he goes on to talking about how he wants to debate J.D. Kane, the Dragnuts, all these fucking people that I'm not really interested in having a conversation with, people I don't really want to associate with, people I don't want to talk to. Why? Because a lot of these people are fucking nasty. Some of them I've had interact.
Wow, man, so much projecting.
Wonder who he's talking about there.
With a long time ago, they didn't even know who I was, and they decided to either diss me by video or talk massive amounts of shit about me in live hangouts. And it's just not the type of people that make me feel positive. The type of people that could ruin an exceptionally good fucking day, ladies and gentlemen. But G-Man had no concerns of this. No, G-Man wanted to conquer the world. G-Man had a wild hair up his ass, as always, which usually happens about 10 times a fucking week.
Damn.
The irony here is fantastic.
This is another part of the Brett cycle. If you don't cater to his demands and be a very attentive friend of his and ask him how his day is going and all that shit, then he'll eventually turn on you. And then
think about what he did, though. All G-Man did was offer to have a debate on his channel. You know what I mean? Like, that's
I guess a little overreaction, isn't it?
And he told me that he needs me to be the moderator and that I should do a fucking video on my channel where everybody comes in to either my Discord or my Google Hangout, and he wants me to be the referee and moderator of him screaming and yelling and waddling around like a fucking wild animal in a conversation with these people, and I'm supposed to referee between this. Now, last night I was very fucking tired. I was tired, and usually I just say, don't want any part of this shit, or how does this benefit me, G-Man? You know, something like that.
Actually, you're too busy flagging shit to, I mean...
Flag
It's like people never learn. All these people out here, they claim to be my buddy and shit, but they put me in unhealthy fucking positions.
Who claims to be your buddy?
I do.
What friends does he have?
And I brought Joe on a live stream with him, and Joe was very mean to.
That was hilarious.
One friend.
That was
You're
so
like literally
funny.
his one and only friend.
You know, G-Man, I am still extremely fucking pissed and tore up about this issue between you and Shanny for Christ, you know? You and Jason. I was really hoping that you guys, after all this bullshit was over, you would simply either, one, leave her the fuck alone and not even bother mentioning her anymore, or say, hey, I forgive you. She says she forgives.
See, look how involved you are. You act like it's other people pulling you into drama, but you're so fucking involved in all this shit.
And didn't he have a strong opinion on Shanny for Christ a couple weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he's all over the place.
With you, and then you guys work out your shit and put all this behind you and serve God together, but that's obviously not any time in the near future.
Put the shit behind you and, serve God together.
That's what Brett Keane does. That's why he has no
He's a
time.
righteous guy, isn't he? Yeah, he's definitely the role model for Christianity. There you go.
This is disgusting.
Should we get G-Man and Shanity to join the Godly Bros? They could serve God together on the cream team.
Shanity.
At some point in time, it could be resolved. That shows a I guess a lack of discernment on my part. Maybe it's the optimistic side of me that has only recently.
That's the story of your life. Lack of discernment, Brett.
Yeah, and optimism.
Maybe
he's
it's the
known for
optimist
he's
in him.
infamous for his optimism, isn't he? He's just an optimistic kind of guy.
Became a theist.
Come on, Steve.
You know that idea of hope? Yes.
This is painful.
See, man, I got to tell you, I'm getting really fucking tired of this.
This is sped up. It's so
Oh,
weird.
is it?
Yes.
Are you kidding? No, you're bullshit.
Just wait till you hear the main
Yes.
reason that he's mad at G-Man. There's a main reason why he's mad. He's going to tell it here in just a second, but wait till you hear what that is.
You don't ever contact me. You don't ever warn me. You don't ever say, hey, Brett, could you please do this for me or get a hold of me behind the scenes? You put me right on the fucking spot. And you throw me in there and shit. Just throw me in there like I'm a fucking hamster on the wheel. And I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of that shit. I don't want to be in the middle of you and Shanny for Christ. I don't want to be in the middle of you and Miss Star. I don't want to be in the middle.
He wants to be in the middle of all of them and the Gazi Bros.
All at one time.
Yep. And G-Man will be there. It'll be fucking great.
You and drag nuts. I definitely don't want to be involved with JD Keane. I remember him from the past. He's not a fucking nice person at all. Him and the group that he hangs out with, they're like rabid animals, just wanting to fucking irritate people for entertainment. You know what I'd like, G-Man? And I know I'm not going to get my wish because I've talked to you about this several times, and you keep saying that you've told me for the last couple of years that things would change. You told me, Brett, yeah, we're going to fellowship. Christians will get together. We'll hang out together and all this, and we'll talk.
Why can't we fellowship?
Yeah, you hear this?
We're going to fellowship.
He
could've been
wants
something special
man,
together.
he just wants that attention. He so desperately wants that attention so bad. It just eats him up inside.
Different.
Yeah.
You told me
you loved me.
You told me we were going to fellowship.
But if I got, I don't feel like any of the fighting's been going on. I feel like it's been a shit sandwich without the fucking bread.
Oh, that's just shit.
That's what I feel like.
That's just shit.
Oh.
So, G-Man, whenever I see you doing a live video anymore, I'm not going to click on it. I'm not even going to fucking pay attention anymore. I'm not going to bother. I don't want to be dragged into the shit. And you cannot seem to have control, nor the willpower to be able to control this excitement and hastiness that you want to just jump right in there and do this shit. I am in no fucking mood for all the nonsense out here. I've already got enough of my own fucking problems to deal with. I don't need you constantly.
Like rolling over so you don't get bed sores.
Yeah.
Strapping them on, but you did something even worse, G-Man.
Here we go.
You started telling
Here's the
people
best
that they ought
part.
to forgive me. That Brett is redeemable. People ought to forgive me. Forgive me for what? What the fuck did I do this time?
What I did last time.
Forgive me for what? That people need to give me another chance. For what?
Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, when I met G-Man,
memories.
And for the whole first fucking year, he was constantly coming at me over and over and over.
I think it's pathological too. I think he.
Oh yeah.
He just
without question, man.
Over. I used to have him connected on Skype, and I ended up removing him several times because he would say, "Hey, Brett, these atheists were telling me this and that about you. Is it true?" He'd pull me into a fucking call. Brett, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do that? And I kept on finding myself defending myself to some guy over and over that I didn't even hardly know in the first fucking year. It was just constantly have to defend myself. And I finally just got to the point and said, listen, G-Man, anything that you've heard on the internet is going to be true. Just go with it. You know,
because it is.
Yeah, exactly. Those rare instances that it actually is true, Brett.
That's the first factual statement you've ever made, Brett.
It's been around. We've known you a long time, Brett.
It's documented.
I told him the truth.
Killing puppies, so be it. If they claim that I chop up cats and kittens and
See, and then he goes to this like really weird, like, oh well, yeah, I chop up puppies. It's like no one says that. No one on the internet's saying that.
The cat thing may be true because remember that time you guys were talking about him and there was the cat in the background that he was like, oh, I guess the cat's still alive.
Oh yeah.
fucking soup out of it, sure. If they tell you that I'm the bastard child of Hannibal Lecter and I'm sitting in a fucking cage making weird noises with my lips, it probably happened.
Then you'd actually be entertaining.
Yeah,
at least
I'd watch that.
Yeah, make that your channel. Fuck, I'll promote it.
Probably true. Are you happy now? Because it seemed like nothing the fuck
Pass
I
for a
ever
fat
said, no
Anthony
matter what kind of
Hopkins.
defense or justification. I was constantly being put on trial by him, publicly as well as in Skype. I think what happened for me,
That's a Keaneism, as well as.
ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of people are going to say, Brett, why then? Why do you hang out with people that you know are doing
But
this?
do you see what I mean
kind of
about the
behavior?
glasses? When he went on this rant, he took the glasses out, put them on, said what he needed to say about the forgiveness thing, and then took them right back off.
Do you think he had bullet points on the screen that
I
he
don't
was
know.
reading off of?
I don't
or-
think he's that. No, I think he was too busy laying on his back earlier. I don't know. Brett had to train himself to stop saying situation because he used to say it all the time. If you watch his old videos, he says it all the fucking time. But he had to train himself to stop saying it so that we couldn't laugh at him. Because of how he says it.
Is there like a Rocky-inspired training montage of him using words other than situation?
No, but that would be funny. Like he had to like try really hard.
That would be what Brett needs to do is create a channel that's like a caricature of himself doing things like that. Like that would be a way that he could possibly redeem himself.
He put out a Manatee song.
I'm sorry. There's no redemption for Brett Keane.
He
There's
called
none
Mao
in my book
Zedong
whatsoever.
Zao Dedong.
Zao Dedong.
Grind of Zao Dedong.
But it would be a little more entertaining than what he has on his channel now, at least.
Yeah.
He put out a Manatee rap? For
He
real?
put out like a Manatee song. I don't know if it was a
About
rap.
he did a diss rap on G-Man.
Oh wow.
A long time ago. I don't know if that's still around. I don't think so.
I guess I got to a point where it was just like, you know what? Everybody's got something fucking stupid wrong with them. Everybody's got some kind of thing that annoys the living piss out of me. And I got to this like phase in my life where whenever I see an asshole or somebody trying to fuck with me, I just think worst case scenario. That's my philosophy. I figure.
So you do that
I'm never
every
gonna-
morning in the mirror.
Yeah.
Find that perfect person. The only one that's ever going to be perfect is Jesus. And I'm just going to.
Like anybody's going to believe that he actually believes.
He doesn't believe that shit
anything
at all.
Christianity.
Oh.
It's nonsensical for anybody at this point to actually believe that he believes any of that crap.
I have to accept people for who they are and what they're about. I should never expect them to do something great and wonderful. Just always expect the worst. And it really, really helps when you think about it. The majority of the time it helps because when someone sticks you in the back, or they try to set you up, or they try to play you out, or fucking use you, you don't really get your feelings hurt. You don't like go, oh my God, how could this happen? And you don't find yourself out on the deck smoking a cigarette going, dear God.
Out on the
why are these
deck of
people so
his
damn
double
evil?
wide. Out on the deck smoking a cigarette.
This is the answer, right? Don't expect anything from anybody. Only know that you yourself can create all the fucking happiness you need in your world. You don't have to rely on G-Man to fucking ask you questions, right? To call you and be like, how are the kids? Like, I don't fucking have anybody who I'm like, man, I really wish they would have called me and asked me how my fucking day was. Maybe that makes me a lonely piece of shit. I don't think so. I think that makes me a self-sufficient human being.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, though.
I think most people don't want the calls. Like, I know me, I hate phone calls. I would much rather get a text. Like,
Yeah,
people.
you can wait to respond to them.
I don't even mind
people
phone
asking-
calls. I don't mind them. I just don't expect them. When they come, I'll
Yeah,
sit there
Billy,
and talk for hours. I don't care.
Billy, I'm going to out of the blue one of these days just send something to you and ask you how your day is. Well, you'll be unexpected. You never know what it is. But it'll happen.
And I'll
just
be
once.
like, I thought Kyle was the gay one. Get out my DMs. Got my DMs.
He's trying to slide into your DMs.
Got my DMs,
Get that
McCrib.
confused with us. He's the gay one. I don't know how people confuse.
People ask that all the time, actually. That's true.
I don't, look the way he's dressed.
Because you already realize they are. You already realize there's a lot of fucked up people out there. And because you already prepared yourself for the stupidity of this fucking planet, it makes it a lot easier to be able to breathe when you wake up in the morning just by simply saying, you know what? I accept the human race for the trash and garbage that it tends to be.
God.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean
And you're the trashiest and the most garbiest.
Yeah.
Garbiest
That's the most ironic part.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he has to accept the world. Otherwise, he can't exist, right?
Yeah.
He just proves that existence.
Right.
You're garbage. You're trashy, man.
Isn't
But you
this where
definitely
he,
put me in some extremely awkward and unpleasant positions. I do
Yeah, here we go.
not wish to moderate any fucking debates. I do not wish to be the referee of any of these yell matches. I do not wish to have what little of my hearing I have left.
How do you know it's going to be a yell match? And first of all, your hearing. I mean, you can control the volume on the internet, buddy.
Out from
Well,
screaming
to
and
be
yelling.
fair, with G-Man, it probably would wind up being a yell.
Are you sure about that?
Liar! Liar!
Can Non Sequitur tell Dusty the cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird?
Can you guys tell Dusty the cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird?
You're a beautiful bird, Dusty.
We have a viewer that has a bird called Dusty, and it really is a bird. I've had the bird on the show. And he I don't know, he always wants guests to to tell Dusty that he's a beautiful bird. It happens
Well,
literally
of
every
all the
episode.
birds that I've seen on Drunken Peasants, Dusty, you are the loveliest.
All right, great.
From wild animals.
And then you know what else he does? He goes out in public and farts like really loud and like takes videos of himself. And he went out in public and named a fart Pimp Monk. And when he farted and someone looked at him weird, he was like, "Wasn't me, it was Pimp Monk."
Damn it, Pimp Monk.
That is not
his own farts.
That's not what I expected at following the tell this bird it's lovely. I did not expect he also names his farts and films them going out in public.
Segue, right?
It's hilarious.
It was nuts.
It's fucking hilarious. He'll be like in Walmart or something, and he's just farting. It's like he's shitting. It sounds like he's shitting his pants.
gross.
It's so bad.
It takes nerve too. It takes nerve.
And you know what? He also sent me a picture. There was a picture of him like years ago. He was in the audience on The View. That makes me laugh too.
Did he name one Joy Behar?
Dusty's owner. You should do that. I don't even call him by his name. I just call him Dusty's owner.
Dusty's owner. That's his name.
Yeah. I wish I could find that fart video right now. I'd play it for you. It's crazy.
The farts are so wet and gross.
Didn't need to know that, but
yeah, you need to wipe.
I watched Annie for Christ videos today. She's got a video where she's talking about all these people who act like they're saints and so wonderful to where they never sin, and that God basically sent her as the mean, wicked witch of the West that flies her broom in and kicks ass when all the other Christians fail thing. It is so odd watching Annie for Christ. It really is, because you'll watch her, and it's like 2 hours before that video where she's all narcissistic and doing this whole egotistical persona. You just go back to her videos, like 3 videos back, because she's very
Who does that
prolific.
sound like?
Right.
Wow, the projection here is incredible.
This is my buddy Brett right here.
Yeah, that's your friend.
It's like one big dysfunctional family between him, G-Man, and Shani, and the rest of them. It's like, this is why I don't have anything to do with that group any longer. They are dysfunctional as fuck.
Brett, a picture of a refrigerator with a manatee magnet on it, and you two will be immortalized.
That's our album cover.
Brett should change his name to IMAX because he's a master of projection.
Oh, well done.
And she'll have that video where she's like, "Just leave me the fuck alone. Life is so awful. Just forgive me. Forgive me. I'm so sorry." And then, like, a couple hours later, after she's had hits off the bong or whatever the fuck kind of good drugs the doctors have been giving her, she's like, "Yeah. It's time to preach some of the gospel. Yeah, let me tell you, motherfuckers one too." I just can't keep up with that woman. Jason must be an incredibly fucking awesome person to be able to handle the fucking roller coaster ride that is her mood swings. Holy shit.
She probably does have some sort of mood stabilizers that she's on.
You need a projection
you've
bell.
known Shani for Christ for 2 years. The fact that you were so quick to jump on a fucking bus and say, "You know what? That's what I want in my life. I want to go up there and live amongst these fucking people."
I mean,
knowing that she was a wild animal, she knew that you were.
I don't think he had much of a. I don't think he had much of a choice. I think this was his best option.
What, you think G-Man was gonna fucking starve if he didn't move there?
Well, he can't because
he's a Christian.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
No, I didn't know he was living with them. I thought that he was just like renting a place that they owned or something.
Yeah.
He was actually living with them.
No. I don't think he was living with them. I think he was living in like a house that they owned in like Eastern Pennsylvania.
That's right. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
It was it was Rev News's mother's house.
Okay, that's what I thought as well. Now, but here you got to remember this. I don't like seeing anybody homeless. Don't get me wrong. But you got to remember, this was the guy. G-Man was the guy that a couple years back, when I was living somewhere else, threatened to call my landlord and have them tell them not to rent to me.
You want to know
to have sympathy for somebody like this?
I didn't know that,
understand
Steve,
completely.
Do you want to know the shitty part of all of this? When he was taking donations for his I Don't Want to Be Homeless fund, I actually donated to G-Man, and I said
more atheists probably did than Christians. I'm sure.
I said in the memo, not even this homo wants to see your ass on the streets. And now he's coming after me and challenging me to a debate for over transsexuals, which despite the rumors, I am not one.
Dude, you're never going to get ahead with it with G-Man. Trust me, he'll bite your hand every single time. I've learned my lesson over the years.
But like, why? It's just an odd subject matter. Like, you know, if you want to talk to me, why don't not as over like gay marriage or something like that? Something that I would have a stake in. You know what I'm saying? But he's wanting me
everybody together, man. You're part of that community, I guess. Or just
I mean, I can defend it. I'm just saying it's just
good, and it's pretty easy to defend, to be honest.
Yeah. Here's why they're good for society, because you don't want a society where people are committing suicide at alarming rates, because that's what happens when you don't make them feel like they're welcome.
Yes.
Period.
It's true.
Their numbers aren't that vast either, so like it's just a small amount of people that you really have to look out for and not fucking bully and pick on, right? Just accept them.
Right.
But it's a weird phrased question. I mean, are they good for society? That already has an implicature that for some reason transsexuals have a negative impact on society. It's very loaded, to say the least.
Just by the fact that there are trans people in the military, that is beneficial for society. They are doing they're defending this country. Like how you can rally against that?
Nobody cares in the military, trust me. And we had people in the military that we knew were gay as hell. Nobody cared. All you care about is if they're going to be sober enough to do watch.
Well,
and
some
you don't
people
have to take their watch, and that's it.
Some people I've talked to in the military do say that trans in the military could be a problem if they come to the military and then try to transition while in the military. And
well, the thing with that is that's considered elective surgery. Now, people have argued that it's for emotional states, and this wouldn't be valid for that. But that's not really the purpose of the military to do that, and so I don't see that being a reason to join the military.
Whichever side you fall on whichever side that you fall on, whether you think this being in the military or not, they are actively in the military now, and that alone would be a check in the this is beneficial for society mark against his argument. So
clearly.
Hey, Pimp Monk, it's David, the owner of Dusty the Cockatiel. I'm at Kmart right now, actually, and I'm going to name a fart after you. Ooh, that was Pimp Monk, the fart. At Kmart. Hey, Pimp Monk, it's still me, David, Dusty's owner. I'm going to squirt out another fart for you.
Squirt is the operative word.
Oh, man. That wasn't me, that was Pimp Monk. So anyway, Pimp Monk, this Kmart I'm at is going out of business.
Because it stinks.
You know what else is going out of business? Yeah. My underwear. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul.
I think our show just got canceled.
I'm back at Kmart again.
With Pimp? I don't know this guy, so what's his beef with Pimp?
He doesn't really have one. He's just fucking with him.
I think he's just trying to pay homage in the only way he knows how.
That case,
that seems appropriate, though. Oddly, that seems oddly appropriate.
When I'm out next time, I'm gonna have a fart for you. Okay, just FYI.
Last night on
he was listening.
Last night on the post show, by the way, Billy the Fridge, or no, it wasn't last night. It was last episode on the post show. Yeah, on Tuesday, you did a fucking hilarious rendition of the Harlem Globetrotters song. That was great. I died from that shit, dude.
Oh, poor Egghead.
Can you do it again?
I don't think I could.
It was about how Egghead's wife gets banged by the Harlem Globetrotters.
I usually only sing and rap on the post shows.
It's ironic because you used Harlem Globetrotters in Pinwheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
And I think I'm going to name another fart after you. Oh,
if one of you ladies out there wants to name a queef, it should be Pimpisha.
Junior the fart.
Pimp Monk Junior the fart.
Oh man.
That's the same one, I guess, when he was younger. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
He had to work for that one. Come on, give him that one.
There's more. There's like,
hey, ANIMANCER, I think I'm going to name a fart after you. Oh, that one took a little while to come out. Anyway, that was ANIMANCER.
Why was the ANIMANCER fart so small and
juicy? But it was juicy.
Yeah, it was like the twinkish little slide fart. And Pitmonks was the big sloppy cigarette smoking fart. His farts really are like catered towards the people he names them after.
Someone in the chat said, I want a fart named after me.
Yeah, Dusty's owner
You know
should
what?
start
That's a good
cameo.
gimmick for him, like Fiverr. You know?
Oh, you know what else
Fart.
Dusty's owner does?
Five for farts.
Do you know what else Dusty's owner does? He fucking paid Tom Arnold and Kevin Sorbo to make videos to us.
What?
So they're
Kevin Sorbo?
Yeah,
Like
Kevin
Hercules?
Kevin Sorbo and Tom Arnold. Because they have Cameo accounts. And they charge a certain amount of money to do like a shout out video. So he paid them to do shout out videos to us. The Tom Arnold one is funny as hell.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Tom Arnold talks
I
about.
was in a Prophet of Zod video where I did a voiceover as Kevin Sorbo for God's Not Dead parody.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Kevin Sorbo.
Zod is amazing.
Disappointed.
And Kyle plays is it Cain or Abel?
I honestly can't remember. I want to say Kane,
I don't.
maybe.
He doesn't remember his own parts.
Maybe. Dusty's owner. That is quite the talent that you have.
Yeah.
Have there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, 5 for farts.
Run with it. Run like the wind that you
Oh,
break.
no.
Here's a classic Brett Keane video. Check this out. Wow, the audio is fucking terrible in this video.
What is that? Is that him breathing? Is he rolling over again?
He's trying to get out of bed.
Sound really goddamn good. And of course, it would be damn great on sound editing and such whenever I'm making my epic ass videos.
He's still doing this. He's still doing this though.
Yeah.
In his last video, he says, make sure you check out my Amazon wish list where I've got a couple of computers up there that I'm looking to get so I can keep making this content.
Microphone.
What's
this
content?
One's just a tad bit expensive because it's got the little fucking shock thing that it sits on. You notice if it doesn't have the cool fucking shock absorber, the microphone sits there like a fucking pinched dick. It's gonna fall over. It's gonna break.
It's just sitting there like a pinched dick. What? A pinched dick?
It just sits there. Yeah. You ever had your dick pinched before?
That must have been a thing he noticed, like the girl he noticed.
Well, here's a computer. This is the Sony Vio and stuff. Vio, whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know what the hell it's pronounced. But Sony has a tendency to every once in a while make pretty good fucking equipment. I also like some Dell stuff. I understand that people are particular about their usage of computers.
Their particular situation.
And shit. But this is a $600 computer. It's not super expensive. I'd prefer fucking Alienware computer, but unfortunately a lot of them go for $3,000 and shit.
I like how he just throws that out there.
Yeah. He's never been on an Alienware computer.
Let's see.
Because those aren't actually on my wish list and shit like that.
So this is him
There
with
you
his
go. What I could really
with
use
his wish
definitely
list.
is the mic.
And let's
the
see what
computer,
happens next.
And this would be great, and this would definitely be cool. The
A
wife
new
would
phone?
really appreciate it. So it's up to you guys. Thanks. Peace.
That's a Walkman, right?
Look, it's his kids, I think.
Hi there, it's me, Don Keane.
What?
First, I want to say that Brett is still under the weather, so you may or may not see him later on today. He's got anxiety.
What?
He's feeling it in his body from all the situation that has gone on.
Did he do this?
Sorry, she said situation. What
Did he do this? Like, they put the faces and
I
blur
have
the...
no idea. Maybe. I think these are just his old videos
Maybe
that
he
are
was trying to
downloaded.
protect his family's identity.
But doesn't he have an intro video where they're like standing outside of an embankment and they're looking at the water, and then all of a sudden they all turn around at one time and you see all of them, like just clear as day.
I do want to say thank you from myself and our children, from my family and Brett, because your help has been very beneficial to us.
Someone says it looks like a hostage video.
Your help has assisted us in
Try to
achieving what
blink
we need.
SOS, help me, but he covered it up.
She's thanking people for giving them like donations and stuff, but there's a smiley or a frowny face over top of
I don't think this was the original video. I think this was like something added afterwards, maybe.
Understandable.
I don't know.
Not everybody is able to, but we do
Because I know what
appreciate
she
those
looks
who
like,
have.
and
Like I said, please, we do need a little more help. We will take down all these help videos as soon as we reach what our goal is. And
how many years ago was
again,
this?
I will.
Oh, this was a while ago. A long
And
while
he's still
ago.
doing so. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't e-beg outwardly as much as he used to. This was like a huge, like, he used to do it big time at this point.
Yeah.
I remember one time he had some kind of scam to like get a computer. I can't remember what it was, but it was like it was pretty clearly a scam, and the video got flagged for scamming and got like taken down. It was crazy.
Probably make another thank you video because it is a big thank you to you all who have helped. The link to PayPal is in the description below.
Link in description.
And hope you have a great
Why
day.
show his kids though? Like, why did he show paying
For
to
sympathy.
the kids?
For sympathy.
Yeah, he uses his kids for sympathy. I mean, he's just a.
They were
I
about
mean, he's
to
the one that
ask for
sent an
money.
email to himself, right? I mean, to like, he called his daughter something like some pejorative.
I went to Mexico one time, and I went to like a small little village that was like really poor, and I guess a lot of tourists went through there, and the people that live there would just like leave their babies like out front of their house with like a basket to put money in. Like, a baby lives here, please put money in this basket.
Yeah.
Basically.
What?
Yeah. I went horseback riding through this town that was just like it looked really bad. It's the most impoverished thing I've ever seen in my life. And like, yeah, they were like leaving their kids out front. So people would want to give them money, basically.
Or
so
take
people
the
do
kid
that.
off their hand, right?
Take the kid off their
It's
hand?
like when you go trick or treating and somebody leaves the
I don't
bowl
think they
of
would let you
candy on
take
the
their
porch.
kid.
That's what I thought. And initially, I thought you were saying maybe take them back for a better life. They were
No. Just sympathy money.
Yeah, I got you.
There's
That's
like
crazy.
beggars, like basically pimps for little kids with deformities and stuff. They'll put the kids. They don't even have deformities. They'll put kids out there with like a fake cast on their arm or something to make them look cripple.
I think
And-
they would have seen you take, like, I'm like, people in the chat are like, just take the kid. I think they would have seen you take the kid. It wasn't like they lived in some huge house. It was like a little hut. And if you came up to take their kid, they probably would have came outside.
They weren't even out there with them?
Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes. Or they were like just sitting inside or something like that. They weren't like houses. They were like shacks. And
Yeah.
they used like tree branches and stuff to make their roofs there. I mean, it was like a really bad place.
They'll like cripple the kids in some places so that when people give them more money, then they'll take the money from the kids, like the pimps for crippled kids, basically with the guilt, or not guilt, but begging. So people feel like they should give more because the fucking kids cripple. It's a fucking crazy scam.
I mean, I've seen people
That's crazy.
I've seen people when I was in Rome that like walk around and act like they're all like disabled and deformed, but they're not.
Yeah.
And it's like a weird scam that they pull on tourists there. It's really weird.
There's videos of people like that over here. Like there was one guy on like a board with wheels.
Yeah.
And he had tucked his legs up underneath him and acted like he didn't have legs. And somebody yanked his pants off right there on the street.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time to wrap it up.
It's about time to go back.
We're gonna go to Twitch. Billy and I will be on Twitch in maybe like 5 minutes or so, and we'll see you guys there. Just go there, guys. I know change is tough, but just go there. Use the Brave browser to do it too. We have a link down in the description. Make sure you follow us because Twitch, I mean, we're doing stuff on Twitch and Twitch is treating us well. So we're going to do more stuff there. So yeah. Thanks to Non Sequitur for being on our show.
Oh, you're welcome, Ben.
Thank you.
Situation.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we end, Billy?
JF! JF! That man attacked me! He attacked me! He took advantage of me, JF! Steve McRae took advantage of me!
Wow.
Somebody clip that.
Okay, then.
No, I can't wait for your DM, Steve, telling me how much you miss me.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a surprise. Remember,
It's getting serious.
If you expect it, it's no fun.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just going to sit there and wait.
Billy the Fridge and
Start
Steve the
waiting now.
Microwave.
No, but it's great having you guys on again. Always love sitting and bullshit with you guys and seeing your perspective on everything. It's a good perspective.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are fun. Like a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.